yard markers, come on down to the field surface and we'll put you to work. Best seats in the house. Got one coming, one more. We got one more for the yard marker. I got it. I got you. I got you. And,
And welcome back to McLeod Athletic Park here in Langley. Gord Randall here with you, providing the play-by-play and maybe a little bit of color every now and then for our BCPFA Regional Zone Bowl 2022 here. We are going to move into the U16 tournament. A couple rule changes from what you've seen earlier today. We are now into 12-man ball. They will be using the full football field. These are 20-minute games with a running clock. And so you will see more of a full form of football instead of more of a controlled scrimmage type of form. We open with, in orange, Vancouver South, so south of the Fraser River, guys. And in blue, you have Vancouver Island South, so Victoria area. Now that we're into the U16 and U18 ranks, you will start to see a lot more high school helmets mixed in there. So you can see on the defensive side, for example, the landmark yellow ram horns of the Mount Douglas High School Rams. You'll also see the blue bulldog on white helmets. That is Belmont High. The maroon helmets mixed in there would be Cowichan Bulldogs, however, so you do still see some community guys on that side of the ball.
Ready to go here in the first game of the U16 regionals.
So, Vancouver South going to start on offense here. Two receivers on either side, two backs in the backfield. They're going to motion them out of the backfield, takes the shotgun snap, it's a little bit low. He's going to be flushed to his right and scramble, and he will be brought down at about the 41-yard line. That is the quarterback, Zachary Golub, being flushed to his right and making something of it.
6 yards of vision, second down and 4 to go for Vancouver.
Bring up 2nd and 4 here. Vancouver South squad makes its way up to the line of scrimmage. They're going to start with 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, and 2 backs in the backfields. Motion a man across the formation. Golub will hand off here, and that's number 17 taking the handoff. Ryder Quintana lowers his shoulder, a big collision, and he is brought down by 21 Cole Bednarz right just a yard beyond the first down marker. So it will be a first down for the Vancouver South squad.
First down, Vancouver. Vancouver moving the chains, resetting downs, 1st and 10 from the 46.
So as mentioned, first down and 10 at the 46-yard line. The toss here will go to number 20, Tayson Tran, who's got the edge, A flag is down as he stumbles across the 50-yard line, brought down at about the 53. We'll see what this flag is all about. Based on the location, likely an offensive infraction.
Get your tickets into the draw, which will be drawn at the conclusion of this bracket.
And the Vancouver South guys seem to anticipate that as well. In fact, it will be a hold. That will back them up here. We'll mark off 10 from the line of scrimmage. And it'll be 1st and 20 from the 36. Golub in the gun here, 3 receivers to his left as he takes the shotgun snap, looks that side. He is going to pull the ball down. He's still looking downfield, but he's going to take off here, see what he can get. And he is brought down out of bounds at the 43.5-yard line. So he gets most of that penalty yardage back. It'll be 2nd and 12. And it looked like he just got a little bit of happy feet there and didn't quite wait long enough for his receiver patterns to develop. Had a pretty clean pocket too, but he looks like he's kind of a one look and get on the run type of guy. And with the speed that he has, that does not surprise me in the slightest. So 2nd and 12, definitely a lot better look than 20 would be. 3 receivers split out to the right, to the left, excuse me, 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Fakes the jet sweep, and he's going to drop back. He's going to dump it off to his running back, Quintana, who turns up field on a little bit of a halfback screen and is pushed out of bounds at about the 47. Yeah, they're going to mark him at, looks like the 47 here, so they'll bring up 3rd and 9. Oh, and there was a late flag that came in. Looks like they're going to call a late hit on the defense and move this one up 15. So that will make it a 1st down now with the penalty yardage.
1st down, Vancouver.
Unnecessary roughness, the penalty. I assume that's a late hit. That's often the case when you see gang tackles in and around the sidelines like that. So they will mark the ball at the 49 of Vancouver Island South. And it'll be 1st and 10 from there. Golub in the shotgun, 2 backs in the backfield, 2 receivers to either side. He's going to take the snap here, looks quick to his left and delivers. 42 makes the catch. That is Lester Brizuela Jr. Turns up field and gets across the 45 to the 43-yard line. Nice pickup for Vancouver South on 1st down.
At the 43. 6 yards of business, 2nd down and 4.
2nd and a long 3 here.
For Vancouver.
As Vancouver South on the plus side of midfield here. Got a little bit of a sniffer in the back. 2 receivers to either side. Golub in the gun. Takes the snap, and he's going to hand off to Quintana, who cuts it upfield. Bounces back to the outside, gets just inside the 40 before he's brought down. Number 35, Brendan Byron on the tackle. But that'll be enough for a 1st down for Vancouver South as they continue to march this one slowly down the field. Yeah, nice little counterplay there. Sniffer leading him to the right side edge. Quintana doing well to see the gap open up and cut up field quickly. The diminutive running back. As we get there, they actually marked him short of the 40 and short of the 1st down, so it's going to be 3rd and 1 here. Golub's going to walk up under center, and I expect this to be QB sneak here with this look. Sure enough, it will be, and he will get the 1st down yardage easily, being brought down at about the 37.5 for a 1st down.
1st down, Vancouver. Vancouver move the change to 2nd down, 1st and 10 from the 38.
So 1st and 10 again for Vancouver South as they are knocking on the door here and eating up a good chunk of clock. down to the 37 of the Vancouver Island squad. Goal comes out, 2 backs in the backfield again, 2 receivers to either side. He's going to hand off, and it is fumbled on the exchange, so Golub will pick it up on the bounce, take off himself. He bounces it to the outside, breaks the tackle, and is going to be wrapped up just outside the 30-yard line. Made chicken salad out of that one as he was trying to hand it off to number 38, Santiago Llarena, their big back. And there was just a little bit, I don't know if that was supposed to be a read option or if they just screwed up the exchange, but Golub gets a friendly bounce and is able to make something out of it, picks up 7 on first down to bring up 2nd and 3. Same personnel set, 2 backs in the backfield, 2 receivers to either side. Golub will take the shotgun snap. He's going to set back, looking to his right, puts it downfield. He's got a man open, but he underthrows it, and it's almost picked off. A flag comes in, and I think this is probably going to be a defensive pass interference. As is often the case on those underthrown balls, the defensive back he keeps running because he can't see the ball like the receiver can and ends up incidentally playing through the receiver. I suspect that's what's going to get called here.
Pass interference.
That is, in fact, what will happen. So they're going to move the ball at 10 yards, I believe.
One final play in the set for Vancouver.
That was the indication from the official.
One shot in the end zone.
And that is, in fact, no, they will move it up 15 yards, excuse me. So, 1st and 10 from the 16-yard line as the penalty moves Vancouver South in even deeper here. They're going to keep 2 backs in the backfield, same 2-by-2 set. Golub takes the snap, looks to his left, back to his right, and he's going to deliver, but he underthrows this one again, and lucky that wasn't intercepted. Receiver, the intended receiver on the play, Russell Ron Aranaza, does a good job of going over the top of the defensive back and knocking that to the ground, and that will be the end of Vancouver South's offensive possession. Again, because of the running time, they will have a set number of plays that each offense will take before they switch. And so despite the fact that by traditional marking would have been 2nd and 10 situation, it's going to be turned over, and Vancouver Island South's offense will take the field. While we got the changeover here, I'd like to remind you that in July 3rd to 6th, right back here at McLeod Athletic Park, BCPFA will be hosting the Western Canada U16 Championships. The BC team for that championship is going to be selected from the various regional teams that you are watching today, and they will compete against teams from Alberta, Saskatchewan, and Manitoba to see who will be crowned the Western Canadian champion. That's July 3rd to 6th right here. As he just about gives the ball away. The ball bounces up in the air and is caught again by the running back on the bounce. That's number 39, the running back there. Fortunate bounce for Vancouver Island South as the quarterback, number 41, Jeffrey Brown, tries to toss that and almost tosses it right into the arms of the defensive end on the other side. Fortunate that they were able to retain possession and then also get the ball back pretty much to the line of scrimmage. That was Gabriel Curry, the defensive end, who almost picked off that toss. You don't hear that phrase very often. So bullet dodged for Vancouver Island South, and it'll be 2nd and 10 here. They're going to come out 1 back in the backfield, 2 receivers to the left, 3 to the right. Motions a man across the formation and takes a shotgun snap. He'll hand it off up the middle, where his back will get up to almost the 40-yard line. We'll call it the 39. I believe that is Maximilian Lang taking the handoff.
4 yards in placement, 3rd down and 6.
Probably going to stick with Max from here on out for brevity's sake. So 3rd and we'll call it 6 for Vancouver Island South here. 2 backs in the backfield, 2 receivers to either side. Shotgun snap is taken. He's going to drop back to throw. There is a flag down as he goes across the middle. Tipped up in the air and intercepted. We will see what the flag is. But the interception is made by number 25, Joel Muller.
Offside defense.
However, as you can see on the replay here, defensive end lines up offside, so that is going to be negated by the offside penalty. Vancouver Island South will retain the ball, and it'll be 3rd and 1 now for them. It's too bad. Those short crosser routes can sometimes be tricky that way. That ball's coming in hot, and it's a short throw, so it's not the easiest catch for the receiver, but had the receiver been able to come down with that, he actually had quite a bit of room. Instead, he pops it up in the air, makes it an easy interception, and again, Vancouver Island South kind of dodges a bullet there. Fortunate to not end up with a turnover. 3 receivers to the left. They're motioning into quads here in the empty backfield. Another flag is down as he throws over the middle, and it is tipped and broken up by number 2, Lucas Graham.
Flag on the far side of the field.
I believe this time the penalty is going to go against the Vancouver Island squad. Receiver got a little bit overzealous, but actually there is going to be a penalty going both ways. So we've got an offside and a false start. A legal procedure, to use Canadian terminology. And they will cancel each other out. So we will go right back at it on 3rd and 1. And I got to be honest, Coach, I don't think I'd go empty backfield on 3rd and 1. But hey, that's just me. They are going to do that anyway. Drops back to pass. He is going to throw the cross over the middle. It goes in and out of the hands of a receiver. I believe the intended receiver there was number 21, Cole Bednarz. There is a flag in the backfield. I believe that's going to be roughing the passer, and VI South gets bailed out again.
Unnecessary roughness. Roughing the passer. Helmet contact.
And sure enough, that's exactly what's going to happen. We will march it up 15 and give a first down to Vancouver Island South. They will get the ball after the penalty at the Vancouver South 51-yard line, so on the plus side of midfield. Having not done much of anything to get there at this point. So Jeffrey Brown, the quarterback, is actually limping off the field right now. Interesting to see who is under center. I believe it's going to be Dante Acton, number 9, jumping in there, who based on his helmet appears to be another Belmont High School guy. Belmont, for those of you who don't know, based in Langford, which is Victoria's largest suburb and growing by leaps and bounds these days. So Acton will line up in the gun, takes the snap, and they try to reverse it. It is intercepted and would be taken back to the house if not for the format which we're following today. That is Gabriel Curry again, after almost intercepting a toss before, successfully does so this time. So that will be a turnover. It is blown dead. Also was an illegal procedure penalty as the receiver on the far side of the field went offside. And so by rule on the turnover, they will move it back to the 35-yard line and start all over again. So time winding down already in this one as the action's coming fast and furious. We are down to just under 4.5 minutes on the clock here. So I would suspect that you'll probably see 3 more plays, something like that, from the Vancouver Island South offense. I assume they will try to get a second possession in for each team here within their 20-minute clock. Obviously, that'll be a shorter one. So Acton remains in at quarterback as Jeffrey Brown is actually on the trainer's table right now, seeking some attention. He's got one back in the backfield. He's going to toss it to him. He underthrows the toss, almost loses it again, and his running back is stacked up by a host of defenders in the backfield for a loss. Now, if they were to mark that where he was actually stacked up, he would have lost 8 or 9 yards on that play. they are going to, again, by rule, they're going to put it back out on the 35 here. And it'll be 2nd and 10. So Acton will hand off, and he will run into a wall and lose yards again. Again, I believe that is Max Lang in the backfield. And that will do it for the Vancouver Island South possession. It's a little bit of struggle for VI South. You know, they were able to move it across midfield, but it was kind of a mirage, very penalty aided. And then they really stalled at the end there. However, the score remains 0-0, and we will have a quick second offensive possession for each team here. So 2.5 on the clock. They better hustle here. (0-0) the score in this first of the U16 games today. A reminder that we will go through the U16 tournament, and then there will also be the U18 tournament scheduled to start at 5:15 tonight, though those times obviously change out of necessity. Check back a little closer to the time. We'll be able to give you an update on the start time for the U18 ranks. But we are fully locked into, fully locked into U16 action right now. And Vancouver South is going to hand off on first down here and get about 7 yards.
Second down and 4.
So 2nd and 4 as the clock ticks down, winding down to close to a minute here, and they're taking quite a bit of time here to get this play off. Just point out that number 3, Chase Thurston, now in at quarterback for the Vancouver South side. He'll motion man from right to left. Looked like it might have been a little bit offside, but they will swing it out to the left. That is Logan Wager on the catch, and he will turn up the sideline, get across the 50, brought down at the 52 as the clock winds down under 40 seconds here.
First down, Vancouver.
Going to be a first down for Vancouver South, just shy of midfield. And we will see if they try and push the ball deep here or if they just run their playbook. Given the time left. Thurston in the gun. He's got a back on either side of him, 2 receivers to either side. Takes the snap. He's setting back to pass, and he is going to push it downfield down the left seam. And it is intercepted. No, dropped. Dropped. So he knew that he had to force the ball downfield there, and that's exactly what he did. Put it into a crowd. Logan Wager was running down the seam, but there were at least 2 defenders, maybe even 3 there. And it was, I believe, Cash Amos, I believe, who came up with the knockdown there. So they will allow them one more play as that ball fell incomplete before the clock hit 0. So Thurston comes out. He's got 4 receivers to his right. Single receiver to the left is Brizuela. Turns, and he is going to just throw a swing pass to number 39 there. That is Russell Ronaranaza, who bursts across midfield and hits a crowd, gets brought down at the 46-yard line of Vancouver Island South. That would be enough for a first down. However, the clock has run out, and that will do it for the first of our U16 games. Final score is 0-0. Vancouver South and Vancouver Island South play to a scoreless tie. If we were awarding style points, we might have given it to Vancouver South, but we aren't, so it goes down as a tie. We move on to the next match. That'll be Vancouver North versus the Okanagan team, first Okanagan team we've had today. So we will be back with you shortly as the teams transition over to that. And we are back here at McLeod Athletic Park getting ready for the second of the U16 matchups here today. It'll be Team Okanagan in blue versus Team Vancouver North in orange. Okanagan group, that academy is based out of Kelowna. Doesn't mean all the players there will be from Kelowna, but the vast majority would be Kelowna or Vernon. Potentially pulling from Kamloops as well. The Vancouver North squad is going to have players from the city of Vancouver itself, from the North Shore. You'll see some West Vancouver helmets out there. You'll see some West Side community football helmets. You'll see some Carson Graham High School helmets. Maybe even the odd Golden Dome of Vancouver College out there as well. We're just waiting to see who goes first on offense. I think it looks like the Okanagan squad is going to start on offense here. That's exactly what's going to happen. So, like you saw in the first game, and I got it wrong. Now they're switching sides on me. So, it will be Vancouver North starting with the ball on offense first here. Their quarterback, Benji Teal, getting the huddle set up here. As mentioned, the first Okanagan squad we've seen today, we did not see one in the U10 or U14 ranks. Now that we're getting up to the big boys, a little bit more wide assortment here. So T will bring the offense out, one back in the backfield. He's got 3 receivers to his right, 2 to his left. They're going to cross motion across the formation. He's going to set back, and he is immediately under pressure. Flush to the pocket, escapes the pressure, dodges another tackle, and is going to get back across the 35 and pick up a couple yards out of that situation. Talk about escapability. He looked dead to rights multiple times on that play, but manages to turn it into a gain of 2 to make it 2nd and 8. 1, count the broken tackles, 2. A 3rd one right here, and it's finally brought down by the 4th guy. Pretty good stuff from number 5 in orange. 2nd and 8 for the Vancouverites. Going to have 2 backs in the backfield this time. Again, a lot of motion from this Vancouver North Academy, and it's a direct snap caught by number 72, Chase Devlin. He will turn the corner, but gets stacked up just past the 40. And it looks like they'll mark him at the 42-yard line. That'll make it 3rd and 3.
Third down and 3 for Vancouver North.
So Vancouver North looking to convert the first down here on 3rd and 3. They're going to show an empty backfield to start here. 3 receivers on either side. They're going to cross into the formation, and he is going to hand off on the counter up the gut. Initial tackle is broken, tries to bounce it to the outside, but is wrapped up before he can get any further. Running back number 24, Carlo Robles Becerra on the carry there. But a nice job by the Okanagan defense of remaining stout and keeping it short of the stick, and that'll push them back to the starting point at the 35. So we'll do it all over again. Impressive showing from the Okanagan defense so far, as they've rallied up really well on all 3 of those plays. Might have had a sack on the first one. Teal sets his motion, empty backfield, and they're going to try and counter it back up the middle, and that is stuffed. Same play they just ran. And the Okanagan guys seem to recognize exactly what was going on and stack it up in the backfield. There are a couple flags down as well. I think somebody was offside on the offense to boot. So not an ideal execution of the play from the Vancouver North guys on that one, to say the least. So again, by rule, when you are at the starting point at 35, they're not going to back you up on any losses or penalties from that point. You will just remain at the 35. So that is exactly what will happen here. They're going to call it 2nd and 10, but they will not back them up. Just be loss of day.
2nd and 10. Vancouver North.
So it'll be interesting to see if they can protect Teal and let him actually unleash one here, as he hasn't been able to really throw one yet. 4 receivers to the left, though 3 of them are now motioning back across the formation. Teal sets back, releases, has a man, but he's hit as the ball gets there, and it is broken up. Teal again had a free rusher right in his face there. And the Vancouver North blocking scheme needs to be tightened up a little bit here, as Teal has been under siege both times he's dropped back. Third and 10 now for Vancouver North after the incompletion. Should add that was again Chase Devlin, the intended target on the play there. So Teal sets up, 1 back in the backfield, 3 receivers to his right. Again, they're going to move him around quite a bit here. He's going to try and get the ball out quick, and he will. Puts it behind his receiver, but a nice adjustment to make the catch by Robles Becerra. But again, he is wrapped up immediately after a short gain of maybe a yard. And they're actually going to give him 3 yards. That'll make it 4th and 7. No, it will not. They will play 3-down ball this time around, so they're going to put it back to the 35 and call it 1st and 10. And Vancouver North will try it again, all from the very beginning. Teal moves his motion man around, and they're going to toss it this time. That's Lucas Yaskovic on the toss, and he is stacked up short of the line of scrimmage at the 33-yard line. And that Okanagan defense remains impressive, really rallying up on the run. And that will do it for the Vancouver North possession as we hit the 5-minute mark here. And they will transition over and give the ball to the Okanagan squad. The Okanagan squad hasn't quite figured out that they are still going the same way that they were going before. So all the players will jog down to the other end of the field. We'll set the ball up at the 35 and get things going in the other direction. So yeah, pretty good collection from around the Okanagan there. I see some Kelowna secondary helmets. I see some Rutland secondary helmets, both of those, of course, in the city of Kelowna. I see a Salmon Arm High School helmet out there. I think I see a couple South Cams mixed in there as well. So a nice mix. Oh, and a Vernon helmet or two as well, Vernon secondary. So the Okanagan team's going to come out, 3 receivers split to the left, 1 back in the backfield. Shotgun snap is taken, and they will hand it off up the middle. A nice burst from number 27. That is Reed Thompson up across midfield and brought down at the 52-yard line.
Vancouver territory. First down, Okanagan.
The first down for the Okanagan squad, as they actually marked him at the 51. A nice gain on the first play from scrimmage for that Okanagan team. Quarterback for the Okanagan squad is number 16, Chase Witzel. Or Witzel. He'll set up, 3 receivers to his right. He's going to set back, look to his left, and he's going to swing it out to Thompson, who breaks the tackle in the open field and stumbles to the ground at the 43-yard line. I think he will be just shy of the first down, depending on where they mark this. And they're going to mark him down right near the first down marker, and they are, in fact, going to give him the first down on the 41-yard line. I could have sworn he just signaled for a first down, but they are going to call it second and short here. A couple inches to go as they need to get to the 41, and you can see that ball is just shy of that 41-yard hash mark here. 3 receivers to the right. Shotgun snap, pulls down the high snap, hands it off, swarmed in the backfield, but breaks it and gets out of it, and is now turning upfield, and he gets tripped up by the turf monster as well. That's number 28, McDonald. But not before he picks up the first down to the 30-yard line.
First and 10 from the 30.
So the Okanagan team moving the ball quite well here early on. Witzel in the shotgun takes the snap. He's going to unload it quickly to his left. A nice catch. Great adjustment while the ball was in the air there by Anderson Bicknell, who makes the catch, gets brought down pretty quickly at the 26-yard line. Apologies for the brief stroke there. We're actually going to mark him out of the 27. So a short gain on first down will make it second and between 7 and 8.
That's all right.
So Witzel comes out. Single back in the backfield is McDonald. 3 receivers to his right. Takes the snap, looking to his left. He's going to get flushed and scrambled to his right, up across the line of scrimmage. Tries to stiff arm a defender, and he will successfully. Gets pulled down and forced out of bounds at the 10-yard line for another Okanagan first down.
Just inside the 10. First down, Okanagan.
As we tick down to 10.5 minutes on the clock, so probably a couple plays here for Okanagan to try and punch this one in. And potentially see our first score of the U16 tournament after the scoreless first game. Witzel comes out. 3 receivers to his left, 2 to his right. Single back in the backfield, takes the snap. He's looking left. He will release on the slant, and it is caught. Great catch, full extension by Reed Thompson for the touchdown.
Touchdown, Okanagan.
Nice ball by Witzel, but it slipped just a little bit high, and look at this extension fingertip grab by Reed Thompson. Slick play there. And the Okanagan team gets on the board first. Just on the last play of their possession as well, as they are going to flip this over as we get under the 10-minute mark and give it to the Vancouver North side to try and get it going a little better the second time around.
Yes, a quick request from the volunteers down here at field level. As you leave and come and go from the stadium, can you go ahead and pick up some garbage as you go? May or may not have brought it with you, but we greatly appreciate it. Fingerprinting today is one of the worst things for a volunteer to have to do after on their feet for 14 hours. If you could do us a favor, as you come and go from the stadium, please pick up any garbage that may be around you, may or may not have brought.
So Vancouver North will get their second possession of the afternoon here.
That would be greatly appreciated.
Change of personnel a little bit around him, but it is still going to be Benji Teal at quarterback. We're going to start with 3 receivers to his left. The kind of signature motion here from that Vancouver North Academy. He's going to swing it out quickly. Number 85 makes the grab. That is Kareem Mohammed, and he gets driven back after fighting forward for a couple yards. He ultimately gets swarmed and pushed back. And again, this Okanagan defense really showing out so far in this one. Vancouver North struggling to get something going on offense here today. That was a well-designed play, a good completion, but Okanagan just all over whatever Vancouver North is throwing at them right now on offense. So Teal going to try and change the math here. They motion to 4-by-1. They're going to do direct snap, and that is put on the ground, and it will be recovered by the Okanagan team. An unblocked defender right at the point of attack hit Chase Devlin just as he got the ball. And I didn't catch the number of who fell on the fumble, but it was an Okanagan player. Number 52 falling on the fumble there. That's Lucas Williams. And the Okanagan defense continues to dominate their opposition so far. First and 10 after the turnover. They'll reset it at the 35 here. 6 receivers, nobody in the backfield, though that is going to change here As Teal takes a shotgun snap, they're going to counter it up the middle here, and he is wrapped up short of the line of scrimmage. Carlos Robles Becerra working back to the line of scrimmage and can't quite get there. I believe that was Austin Rolova, number 51 on the tackle.
Austin Rolova, 2nd and 10. Vancouver North.
2nd and 10 for Vancouver North. They're going to show, oh no, there's a couple extra guys running off the field here. So they're going to show 3 receivers to the left, 1 man in the backfield. A little bit of miscommunication in the backfield, and the ball is on the ground. And it continues to be a discombobulated afternoon on offense for this Vancouver North squad. That will get reset back to the 35 again. And it'll be 3rd and 10. Oh, no, they're going to call it 1st and 10. So I would assume that means the Okanagan team recovered that fumble, and they will reset to the beginning of the set of downs. And spinning their wheels are the Vancouver North offense here as we tick down to 5.5 minutes left. Teal with an empty backfield. Going to take the shotgun snap. Turns to his left. Doesn't like what he sees, so he's going to try and tuck and run, and he will be sacked. 3 yards short of the line of scrimmage. It's number 68, Dax Williams, coming up with the sack. Nice job to pressure there. Nice outside in move by number 43, Brady Schultz, to force the pressure there. And you can see why Teal pulled it down on the replay. Free rusher right in his face. And that'll do it for the Vancouver North possession. Sticking to a pretty hard and fast 5 minutes per segment in this particular match. Hope that keeps up for the rest of the afternoon. It's a nice little structure here. So with 4.5 left, the Okanagan team will take their second possession, already leading 7-0. They're in good shape in this one. Chase Witzel takes the snap. He's going to hand off, end around to the right side. And that is, I believe, McDonald, who is rumbling up close to the first down. That is indeed Aiden McDonald, number 20. Picks up 9. That should be 2nd and 1.
His way out close to the 45, just shy of the first down markers, moving to 2nd down and short.
Nice little structure to the Okanagan offense here. They've got the 2 running back types, but it looks like they can both line up at receiver as well, that being McDonald and Reed Thompson. So on that last play, they lined up McDonald as the wideout, motioned him into the backfield. Witzel going to throw to his left. It's going to be complete to Benjamin Shepard, who falls forward across the 50 to the 53, and a first down. Always nice when you got a 2nd and 1. Opens up a big chunk of the playbook, and Kelowna, or I should say the Okanagan team, able to just create a quick and easy completion to turn the chains over and make it a first down. Witzel in the gun, pistol really, 3 receivers to his right. Thompson in behind him, the lone back. Take the shotgun snap, and he will throw to his left, and that is picked off right into the hands of number 5. That is Declan Damgard with the interception. And that will move them back to the 35-yard line to reset and start again. So a rare miscue for Witzel here. Kind of the first little misstep that the Okanagan team has had thus far, as he just quite simply didn't see Damgard sitting in the zone there and threw it right to him. So they'll start back at the 35. Minimal harm done. 3 receivers to his right. Witzel takes a pistol snap. Looking to his right. He's going to launch one downfield. He's got a man. And despite having to wait for it, he comes down with it. That's number 81, Max Reeder, who breaks a tackle, shakes another. He's still going down the right sideline, inside the 10. Brought out of bounds at the 6-yard line. Oh, no, they're going to call it in. I thought I saw him step out of the 6. They are going to call it a touchdown. There's a flag down, but I believe that is going to be, from what I saw, a horse collar on the tackle attempt. So it should hold up. No, they are going to call it. It looks like they're going to call an illegal block. I didn't see that. Not to say that it didn't happen, but I didn't see that. They're going to call that an illegal block deep downfield. And man alive, how did he get out of it? 2 defenders surrounding him. He spins, he jiggles, he jukes, he stumbles, and he still manages to get out of it. So okay, so I saw a different signal than what actually happened there. So that had to be either a horse collar or a face mask was the infraction on the defense. Because weren't nobody blocking downfield. Now, I feel better about being confused myself because it appears that the officials and all the players are also confused right now. So we will take a second to get this straightened out. Now they're going to change up the personnel here. I am not quite sure what's going on, but somehow we ended up with the ball marked back at the 50-yard line. So it clearly was, based on where they've marked it, it clearly was a blocking infraction, which would in theory take that touchdown off the board. I still have yet to see what exactly happened there, but with them marking the ball at the 50, that would have to be an offensive infraction. So it remains 7-0. And now it's actually, they put the ball down. The sticks are lined up at the far 50. The ball's lined up at the near 50. So we gotta get some stuff figured out here. And Witzel's ready to go, so he will. Looking downfield, he's going to try and, no, he's going to tuck and go here as he saw nothing going downfield. Get a nice block from his receiver on the left there and will be able to rumble across midfield all the way down inside the 45. However, with no time on the clock, that will do it in this one. And it will go down as a 7-0 final. Unfortunate that one of the most exciting plays of the day ends up getting called back, but we all still have the memories. So the Okanagan squad takes it 7-0 in the second game of our U16 mini tournament here. Next up, we have Prince George taking on Vancouver Island North. See you in a few. And we are back from McLeod Athletic Park, ready for our next U16 matchup here. In the orange, and looking to be on offense first, will be your Vancouver Island North squad. By the way, you can probably see that threatening-looking gray cloud in the distance there that looks determined to prove my meteorological skills wrong. I am double-checking the forecast, and it still says that we will not have rain here today. Don't blame me, blame the Weather Network. On defense, to finish my original thought, is the Prince George U16 squad. Interesting to see how they followed up. They certainly had an impressive looking U14 coming down from the northern reaches, so we'll see how they follow it up. But it will be Vancouver Island North on offense first, under center. 2 men in the backfield, and they will go end around on the first play. Number 74 wrapped up in the backfield. He spins out of it and moves back in the other direction, but he will be walloped. And after all that hard work, he ends up taking a slobber knocker and losing 9 yards. Less than ideal outcome. That was James Christian, number 74, trying to boogie around back there with limited success. So good start on the defensive side of the ball for Prince George, rallying up and managing to shut that one down. That'll bring up 2nd and 10 here for the Vancouver Island North squad. Man in motion, 2 men in the backfield. They're going to fake an end around this time and give the dive up the middle with limited success. I believe that was number 12, Jackson Tabaka, on the carry.
Wrapped up and brought down the backfield. That will reset the ball at the 35, 3rd down and 10. And we are going from the 35.
The last name like Tabaka, imagine the nicknames you could come up with. I'd call him Snuff. VI North coming out again, showing a little bit of a wishbone look here. They love having the double backs. And we got a little early movement on the line. And that'll kill this play in the crib. Worth pointing out, or at least for me it's worth pointing out because I find it interesting, but one of those stranger things you'll see, we've got a starting quarterback wearing number 64 out there right now. That is Ty Cunningham. Wouldn't blame you if you missed him because it's hard to see him past his offensive line, but he's there. And he will come out under center. 2 receivers to his right, 2 backs in the backfield behind him. Motion a man into the backfield. They're going to fake to him, hand off to the 2nd back, and he will be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage as well. That was number 86, I believe, on the carry, Jackson Brown. Has to fight to get back to the line of scrimmage. And again, like I said, you're seeing like wishbone, misdirection run stuff here. A little bit of a different look from the Vancouver Island North squad. Typically something that you see more of in the American game than the Canadian game, that type of offense. Not that it's unheard of in the Canadian game. So VI North will come out. Same formation here. 2 receivers split to either side. 2 backs in the backfield in a split backfield behind the quarterback Cunningham. He's under center. We'll take the snap. He's going to drop back and try and throw. We'll put it up to his left, and that will be intercepted. Threw it up to no man's land, and I think that's our first gritty of the day. I'm not going to lie, I had my over-under on my first gritty at about 4 hours ago, so went way on the over on that one. The interception there by number 71, Peyton Briere. And the Vancouver Island North offense spinning its wheels a little bit here and struggling to get going. Cunningham did a good job to gain some depth, get out from under center there to get that ball off, but he severely underthrew it, unfortunately. So they'll try it again here. They're going to motion their man into the box, and they'll hand it to him on the end around. That was 86, Jackson Brown again. And he is stuffed in the backfield for about a 2-yard loss.
Second down and 10 for Vancouver Island North.
Second and 10 is again. They will not give you a loss of yardage from the 35 starting point. Two by two again for the VI North offense. 2 backs in the backfield. They'll motion their end around guy in the box. They're going to fake to him, give to the second man going back the other direction, and they get a little positive yardage this time. That is Jaden Garcha, number 47 on the carry. He'll pick up about 4, make it 3rd and 6.
Third down, 6 to go.
So 3rd and 6 it is for the VI North offense as they finally get something moving in the right direction. And he's dropped back to pass. He will overthrow his man again, and another easy interception. Cooper Zeiler has the ball hit him right in the chest, and that will snuff out the VI North offensive possession. So that will turn things around, and Prince George will take the ball and move the other way here. So PG will come out. On the 35. 4 receivers lined up to the left. Going to motion 3 of them back to the right. Empty. The shotgun snap is pulled down. It's a high snap, and he is wrapped up immediately in the backfield. Number 86, Jackson Brown making the play. As the quarterback, Zach Lowen, had to climb the ladder and bring that high snap down, and was not able to get the ball out of the backfield. So a defensive showdown thus far in this one, as the offense is largely moving backwards. Prince George going to try and turn it around. They will be 2nd and 10 at the 35 here. 1 man in the backfield. 4 receivers to the right as he pulls down another high snap and gets the handoff off. And his man's got some room, a little cutback back into the middle of the formation, and he will fall forward to the 48.5-yard line. That was Mason Summers, number 18, on the carry there. As Prince George did a great job, the right side of the offensive line did a great job collapsing the front side edge there, and he had plenty of room to run that one with nobody on the VI North defense really holding the edge. So 1st and 10 at the 48 for Prince George. 3 receivers to the right, 1 man in the backfield. A little bit of early movement there as he scrambles to his left and jumps it off to his linebacker, who makes the catch but is stuffed in the backfield for a loss of a couple. That's Mason Summers on the reception. And I think they're going to get the defense for the penalty here. I thought there may have been an offensive lineman move early as well, but they're going to call it on the defense. So it'll be 1st and 5 now. Ball going to be snapped just short of midfield at the 53-yard line. Lowen with 4 receivers to his left, 1 man in the backfield. They're going to shift all 3 of those guys to the right. And another high snap goes clean over his head this time. He picks it up on the bounce and is going to try and scramble and make something out of it. He will get across the line of scrimmage and across midfield and close to the first down stripe. I think about a yard short. Looks like they're setting up at the 54-yard line, so that'll make it 2nd and 2.
Second down and 2 to go. 4 points George.
Prince George offense moving it despite being a little bit disjointed so far. If they can get those snap issues figured out, it might be a little bit more of an authentic look as 4 receivers to the left for Lowen. Brings down another slightly high snap, but is able to get the ball off and unloads a low throw that goes through the hands of his intended target, Logan Johnson.
Third down 2 to go. 4 Prince George.
3rd and 2, and I think based on the success they had before, I might be inclined to keep the ball on the ground here, fire the Prince George offense. We will see, though. That seems to go against the natural instinct of a lot of Canadian coordinators, Canadian football coordinators, that is. 3-down game. Single back in the backfield. There's 3 receivers to Lowen's right as he sits in kind of a pistol look here. Another high snap. He's able to catch it on the downside. He's going to toss it to his back, Summers, who gets the edge. That's not Summers, actually. And he's going to get across the first down marker down to the 40-yard line, just inside the 40 before he's pushed out of bounds. Got the number wrong. That was number 32, Dante Meyer, making something out of a little bit of a broken play in the backfield there. Myers, some nice body language to set himself up there, create some space for himself, kind of head fake the defender to continue going towards the edge and get downfield, and moves the chains with Prince George now getting close to the score zone at the 39. 1st and 10, you're going to see a cross motion here. 3 receivers to the right for Lowen, another high snap. And he scoops it up, looking downfield, seeing if he can see anything. He's going to take off and run, and it's knocked out of his hands. He will fall on his own fumble. We'll see. He fell on it briefly, but it came out pretty quickly again. And it looks like it's going to be a change in possession anyway, regardless of whoever fell on that fumble. So, for the Prince George offense, I would say there's a pretty clear adjustment to be made. And if you fix that up, your life looks and feels a lot better. And sure enough, I think their center is aware of that as well, as he has already grabbed a buddy and is going to go take some practice snaps. It is the toughest thing, one of the toughest things in football when you're having snap issues. It is really difficult to move around that. It's one of the challenges of the modern game where everybody, and this is myself included, everybody likes to run most of their offense out of shotgun. And if you have snap issues, that can cook the entire thing. What's going on right now with the Prince George snapper, everything's going high, which means that he's holding on to the ball a little bit too long. He's releasing it late. So he needs to release the ball a little bit earlier. There's a couple little tweaks you can make, but you want to try and aim, if you're a center, to let go of the ball right as your hand splits your legs. So right as you get your hand to your shins, that's where you want to let go of the ball. And that should keep you vertically more or less on the right path. It's a slightly different target for every kid, for every player, I should say. But right now, what's going on, and this tends to happen when there's a nose tackle in your face, but he's holding on just a split second too long and pulling everything high. So he's working on the sidelines and see if he'll fix it. VI North, meanwhile, had their own issues their first time out on offense and is going to try and clean that up. Man in motion from left to right. They're going to give it to him on the end around. That is Christian, James Christian, number 74. He breaks a couple tackles, reaches the edge, and is able to get some pretty good yardage there. I think he's going to get what looks like a generous spot to me. They're going to give him the first down at the 45. So the biggest play on offense so far for the Vancouver Island North guys is able to create a first down for them. And hopefully this is a sign of some positive momentum for the two offenses moving forward as we tick down under 6 minutes left in this game. They'll come out in their base formation, 2 receivers to either side, 2 backs in the backfield. You'll see the motion man come across here. They're going to fake to him and hand to the man up the middle here, and he will get some positive yardage. That looks like Charles Roberts, number 90, on the carry. Not to be confused, of course, with Charles Roberts, who I believe wore number 6 for the Winnipeg Blue Bombers for so many years. He was a little older than this one. So another positive play for the VI North offense as they're continuing to lean on that misdirection run game that they got going on. Pickup of about 6 there on first down to make it 2nd and 4. And they are in business here, threatening midfield. Drops back under center, and he is hit immediately. A free man up the gut. Makes the play. That's number 22, Xander Tabora, who I'm going to go out on a limb and say is probably related to the Gabriel Tabora that we saw earlier. He's able to hit Cunningham as he is trying to drop back from under center. Looked like he was setting back to pass there. And got a free rusher up the A-gap right in his chin. So it'll be a loss of a few. We're going to go 3rd and 5 here from the 50-yard line. Be nice to see VI North converted here, but are they going to stick with the ground game, which is really the only place they found success so far? They are going to try and pass it. Cunningham gets it out. He throws it behind his receiver, who makes a spectacular catch for a loss of 6. Heck of a play by the receiver, but unfortunately the ball led him backwards, and his own momentum as well takes him back deep into the backfield and makes it a negative play despite the spectacular effort to get up off the ground and pull that ball down. So they will set them back at the 35, as that would have been a punt situation. So they'll bring them back to the beginning and start it all over again, 1st and 10 from their own 35 as we tick down close to 3 minutes left on the clock in this one. I would suspect only a couple of plays left for VI North before Prince George gets another chance at it. Man in motion from right to left. They're going to give it to him on the end around this time. He gets the edge a little bit here, but the corner rallies up, hits him in the backfield. He breaks the tackle, but 2 more defenders bring him down for a loss of about 6. And that will be the final play on offense for VI North. Jackson Brown with nothing doing there, and Prince George will get the ball back and attempt to break this scoreless deadlock with 2.5 left. Probably only going to have time for, if they hurry, maybe 4 or 5 plays here. So we'll see how this goes. Hopefully they can get their snap issues figured out so that everybody can show out. Lowen will line up in the shotgun, single back to his right, 4 receivers to his left. A little bit of early movement on the line as Lowen's got lots of time, sets back to pass, pump fakes once, delivers behind his receiver and cannot haul it down. The receiver number 27, Grayson Turgeon, can't pull it in, though Lowen made it pretty tough on him. Flag down, as I mentioned, pre-snap. And they are going to call it offside on the defense and march it up 5. 1st and 5 for Prince George. There's a little bit of a breeze picking up here, moving from north to south, but nothing too crazy right now. 3 receivers to the right for Lowen. He takes a shotgun snap. Snaps have been better the first couple plays as he tries to step up and run it. And he will get across the line of scrimmage, but pick up only about a yard. Not quite sure. It looked like he bailed a little early on a pocket that still had some space for him to throw from. There was a little bit of pressure on his outside, but he looked like he could step up and reset. And just, that wasn't something that occurred to him, so was able to pick up about 1.5 yards on the ground. Will make it 2nd and a long 3. From the 41.5-yard line. Lowen in the gun again. He's going to motion man from left to right, so it is a direct snap to the man in motion. And around number 22, that's Xander Tabora, who's able to get up across the 50 and enough yards for the first down, though a late flag comes in, and it is going to be on the Prince George offense. I think they're going to call that an illegal crackback block. And they will back that up a significant chunk of yardage. That's exactly what they're going to call it, illegal crackback block. So that will remain 2nd down and back the Prince George offense back up into a hole. They will march it back past the 35 on that major foul, or will they? No, they will not. So they will march it back to the 35, but not past it. And with zeros on the clock, this will be the last play of the ball game. So we'll see what they got. Lowen pulls the snap down, sits back in the pocket. He's got a man downfield. It's Tabora, but he overthrows him. That ball will fall incomplete, and that will be the ball game. So another scoreless deadlock. And that is 7 points in 3 games so far in the U16, as we see the defense is a little bit ahead of the offenses at this point in time. Next up, we have Vancouver Island South versus Vancouver North. We'll see you guys in a couple minutes. And we're back, getting set up for our next U16 action on tap here. We've got the Vancouver North squad, who are in the orange jersey starting on defense here, and the Vancouver Island South squad in the blue jerseys, who are going to be starting on offense. So on the orange squad, you'll see players mostly from the city of Vancouver, North Shore, a few Richmond players mixed in there as well. And on the blue squad, you will see players mostly from the greater Victoria area, though with a couple others from the Cowichan Valley and Duncan area. So we'll see how things go. VI South in their first game, they had a competitive tie, 0-0 tie, but a competitive game where both teams moved the ball a little bit and just stalled out before the end zone. The Vancouver North squad, on the other hand, lost 7-0 in their first game, as we see a really cool old school biplane take off from the airport next to us. For those of you who weren't with us early this morning out here at McLeod Athletic Park, we are directly across the street from the Langley Regional Airport, so we're seeing all sorts of small, mostly prop planes taking off every now and then, not helicopter flying by. So if you hear a roar coming through your screen periodically, that's probably what's going on. So both teams are on the field and ready to go here, but you may notice the conspicuous absence of anybody wearing a striped shirt. We are awaiting our referees squad, who I guess are taking the opportunity to grab a quick hot dog. Been a great day of action here at McLeod. The first game this morning in the U10 ranks started at 9 a.m. So we are now into hour number 6, almost completing hour number 7. And here come the guys in the striped shirts, working their way out from wherever it is they were. You can see they're in quite a hurry and understanding that they're holding things up right now. Okay, we got at least a partial officiating crew on the field here, so we should be getting going shortly. Here are the other 2 members of the crew, running 4-man crews here today, not needing more than that for what we are doing. So we should be just about ready to go here. Again, Vancouver Island South is in the blue. They will be taking the ball first here. If you are just joining us and still trying to figure out the format, we are going 20-minute running time games. Both teams will have 2 different possessions on offense, and they will time out at about 5 minutes for each offense, no matter what happens. So turnovers, penalties, scores, doesn't matter. They get their their designated 5-minute period, and then we switch over to the other team. So VI South setting up, and we are about ready to go here. Their quarterback is number 9, Dante Acton. And he's got 4 receivers to his right, 1 running back in the backfield right now. We are ready to go. Acton takes the shotgun snap. He's going to toss it to his running back, who's got some room off the right side there. He stiff arms it out of the ground. There's going to be a flag down. That'll be a hold. I saw 2 different flags come out at 2 different times, so it might actually be 2 separate holding fouls, but they will enforce one of those and back them up. Too bad, because it probably wasn't necessary to take that hold. That's being Max Lang, the running back there. Hopefully he had positive yardage either way, but the infraction is taken. And that will back Vancouver Island South up, though again, because they're at the starting point of the 35, by back them up, it means that it will move them back to the original line of scrimmage and a loss of down. Well, Lang did have some juice when we in the first game for Vancouver Island South and had a couple of chunk gains, so we'll see if he can keep it up. 3 receivers to the left for Acton now. Lang the lone back in the backfield. They're going to motion a man across the formation. He'll take the snap, hand off to Lang up the gut. Has to make a cut in the backfield and fights his way across the line of scrimmage up close to the 40-yard line. Should mark him at about the 39 from what I can see. And there's another flag down. The early signal is that it's an illegal procedure penalty, and that's exactly what it will be. So that will make it 3rd and 10. Where VI South has managed to perform the rare feat of gaining about 15 yards in their first 2 plays and ending up 3rd and 10. So 3rd and 10 it is. 2 backs in the backfield now for Acton. 2 receivers on either side. Going to take a shotgun snap, looks to pass, throws it over the middle, behind his receiver who can't come down with it. That is Cole Bednar's the intended target. And Acton made it a tough catch for him as he just didn't quite lead him enough on the little drag in route across the middle. That'll fall incomplete, and they are going to start it all over again as this should go back to 1st and 10. So there's a little bit of disagreement as to what down it is, but either way, 10 yards to go, and we are starting on the 35-yard line. I thought it was 1st down. The scoreboard thinks it's 2nd down, and the guy holding the stick thinks it's 3rd down. So we got the whole gamut run here. Acton in the shotgun, takes the snap. He's going to step back to pass. Unleashes a deep ball that floats in midair down the right side and is dropped by the only guy with any chance to catch it, number 24, Brady Smith. So looks like it was 3rd down because they're now marking it 1st down. So 1st and 10 it will be. Is that the same plane that keeps taking off? I think he's doing a loop right now too. So there is a plane from the airport next door that is entertaining the spectators here by doing some aerial maneuvers up and above our heads. As the VI South offense tries to get something going on a new set of downs here. 2 by 2 with 2 backs in the backfield. Man motions across the formation. Acton is going to toss it to him going back the other way, but he is stacked up in the backfield. Nice hit there by number 24. Carlos, the other number 24, Carlo Robles Becerra. Really good attack break on the ball by Robles Becerra. Meets his man in the backfield, and despite the loss of 3/4, it will be marked 2nd and 10. Three receivers to the left for Acton. He's going to roll back to his right, and he's going to keep it himself, and he gets tripped up just short of the line of scrimmage. Brady Smith making the play, the other 24. And it is the killer 24s for Vancouver Island North getting the stop here. That'll make it 3rd down, and we are closing in on the 15-minute mark on the clock, so I think maybe one more play here for Vancouver Island South before they get pulled off the field. Acton in the gun, and it is discombobulated all over the place here. Flag comes out. That'll be an illegal procedure. There was a left tackle moving early. There was a receiver across the line of scrimmage. There was another one waiting to move. So things not exactly on the same page right now for this Vancouver Island South offense. So likely one more go here for the Vancouver Island South offense before the possession changes. Acton will take the shotgun snap. He's going to roll to his left. He's going to try and option pitch it to his man Lang. It falls short and is fallen on by Carlo Robles-Becerra. And that should likely be a change in possession here as we have reached that magical 5-minute mark. And it looks like that's exactly what's going to happen. So Vancouver North squad is going to take the ball here in orange. We'll flip back down to the other side of the field, and they will get their offensive possession.
Second field, Vancouver North will take over possession, 1st and 10 from 135.
So Vancouver North takes over the ball here. Going to get their first chance on offense. Benji Teal at the controls. 3 receivers to his right. He takes the shotgun snap. He's looking to pass over the middle, and it goes right through the hands of his man Brady Smith. Ball was maybe a hair behind the receiver there, but that's one that you would want your receiver to haul in. He had quite a bit of room to make the catch too. Nobody anywhere near him really. A little bit of an unfortunate start for that Vancouver Island North offense. On the plus side, the offensive line for Vancouver North that struggled quite a bit in their first game out held up pretty well in that first place. So let's hope that's a harbinger of things to come for them. 2nd and 10, it'll be from their own 35. As okay, they are going to break the huddle here. Taking a little bit of time, I was wondering what was going on. So they're going to work their way up to the line of scrimmage here. Empty backfield as of right now. They're going to motion a man into that backfield, and they're going to give on the end around here. That's number 87, it looks like. Shifting a tackle, fighting his way forward for yardage. And he will get down to just short of the 40-yard line. That is, I believe, Lucas Gonzalez on the carry there. So 3rd down and 6 from the 39-yard line for Vancouver North. Positive play there on 2nd down, and probably should have had a completion on 1st down, so some small positives to take out of this. Teal set up in the shotgun. Motioning to a 1x4 look. Get receivers up the backfield. Free rusher in space, but Teal gets the ball away and it is complete to number 88. Maxwell Wang, who was able to fight his way close to the 50-yard line and a 1st down. Really nice throw by the Vancouver North quarterback with a free rusher right in his face. He stood in there and delivered and found his open man. And Maxwell Wong, like I said, gets it out close to the 50. They'll mark it just shy of the 50 and give them a 1st down there. As we have a little bit of a delay with the players shaken up on the Vancouver North side here. I believe that is Kalen McCaffrey, number 68. Taking a look at his left arm a little bit here. So injury timeout's the only time we stop the clock here in this running time format, and it is currently frozen with 9:37 left, so just a little bit over halfway through this one. We're in the first offensive possession for Vancouver North at this point in time. And they're going to have to pick up the pace a little bit in the latter half of this. Things organized. Okay, so nobody left the field. McCaffrey is still standing out there, but the players are back up, and it looks like play is set to continue here. It'll be 1st and 10 from the left hash at their own 50-yard line for the Vancouver North squad.
Number 16, McCaffrey sitting on the post. Up off the little home from the players. Vancouver North going back to it, 1st and 10.
Teal sets up in the gun. He's got one back to his right, 3 receivers to his left. They're going to motion around as they often do in this offense, and he's going to hand the ball up up the middle to Brady Smith, who runs into a wall and gets stacked up in the backfield. Going to be a loss of about 4 on the play and bring them back to their own 46-yard line. Second and 14 from there.
2nd down and 14.
There's not much doing on that running play.
For Vancouver North.
Clock ticks down to 9 minutes left in this one. Vancouver North looking to push the ball across midfield and get some positive movement going here. Bunch of motion here as Teal takes the shotgun snap. He is going to hand it off up the middle to number 7, Lucas Jaskovich. And he will get it back up across the 50-yard line to about the 51. Pickup of 5 or 6 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 9.
5 on the play, so we're going to 3rd down and 9 for Vancouver North.
So a new face there taking a carry, Lucas Jaskovich. He's actually listed as a quarterback as well, though clearly you can only have one of those. So obviously getting some reps at receiver as well. As we are starting to see more and more of the U18 players collect for the latter stages of today's festivities. Vancouver North offense up on the ball here. 3rd and 9, going to try and convert and turn this over. Teal in the gun, cross motion around him, and he is going to half roll to his right. He's going to get flushed out here. He looks to get rid of it, puts it up, and it is knocked down. A nice play by Max Lang to break on that ball and get a hand on it to force the incompletion. And that appears to be, I think, the end of the Vancouver North possession. So Vancouver Island South is going to get the ball back here as the referees are starting to creep back down to the right side of the field. And with about 7 minutes left, we'll get one more possession for each team. And based on the pace at which the first half has been, that should be long enough for about 2 plays. Hey, 2 plays each. So VI South takes the ball over on their own 35-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 from there. Hoping to get something moving in the right direction here on offense. Had a couple positive plays their first time through, but one in particular that was pulled back on a penalty. Had a turnover issue at one point in time as well. So Dante Acton in the gun. Max Lang to his right, the lone back. He'll take the shotgun snap and hand it off to Lang up the middle. He's got room right up the gut. He will get across midfield, and he is going to go 40, 30, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Vancouver Island South. And I said this earlier today in another game, but if you are an offensive coordinator, gotta love being able to hit a home run from 65 yards out, handing the ball up off the A-gap. And Max Lang runs with power, but runs with burst too. And when the middle of the field opened up there, he was going the distance. Impressive run from number 39, Blue. So with the score, that will take it back to the 35. We will restart all over again. So if you're the Vancouver North defense, you can just pretend that nothing happened there. But the scoreboard says 7-0 for Vancouver Island South. So we'll go at it again here. 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line. Acting in the gun has 2 backs in the backfield this time. 2 receivers to both sides. He'll take the shotgun snap. He's going to step back to pass, looking to his left. He will step up in the pocket, shakes a high tackle attempt, but is ultimately tracked down and sacked by 2 players. That was very close to being a horse collar on the first flyby there. I think I'm okay with the no call, but it was close to being a horse collar. So they'll put it back to the 35 and call it 2nd and 10. 4 minutes left on the clock. Two backs in the backfield, flanking Acton. 2 receivers on either side of the formation as well, a perfectly balanced set. And there is early movement again. Left tackle moves early this time. And that'll back them up.
Receiver on the offense. No, that he yards behind 35, they mark that. 35 brings up 2nd and 10.
So they'll just call it 2nd and 10 here. Keep it at 35. They weren't going to back it up, so they'll just decline it and have it go all over again here. Acton takes a shotgun snap. He's going to hand it off to Lang up the middle. They'll see if he can hit it again. He does have a hole, but not quite as big as last time, and he gets gang tackled at about the 42-yard line. Pickup of 7 would make it 3rd and 3. Though we are ticking down to 2.5 minutes left on the clock, so I don't know how much more time they're going to give the Vancouver Island South offense here. I would believe that this would have to be the last play for them. So 3rd and 3 from the 42-yard line for Vancouver Island South. And their guy, Max Lang, has been kind of the source of offense for them so far, but he is off the field right now catching a breather. So we'll see where they go in the meantime. Man in motion, and they are going to toss it here. A little bit of rim out to the right side, as that is number 23, Cash Amos, jitterbugging up across the 45-yard line. He'll get brought down to the 46. That'll be enough for the first down. But that appears like it'll be it for the Vancouver Island South possession. So with 1:30 left, Vancouver North's offense is going to get back on the field here with enough time to run 2 or 3 plays probably. If they hurry, maybe 4. If they hurry. If they hurry. So we're going to go back to the other end of the field here. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. And a minute left or so for the Vancouver North offense to try and get 7 points back here, down 7-0. will break the huddle. And they will bring it up to the line of scrimmage here. As the offensive coordinator's playbook gets blown across the field. Had to clean that up. Teal in the shotgun. His receivers orbiting all around him. He's going to take the shotgun from an empty backfield, sets back pressure in his face, and he's scrambling, pushing back up across the original line of scrimmage, and he will fall forward to about the 39-yard line. Nice job by Teal to make something positive out of that. And the clock ticks down to zeros, so this will likely be the last play of the game here. Teal takes the snap. He's going to step back to throw. Going to launch one down the seam, and a jump ball falls incomplete. Nice breakup by Cash Amos. And that should do it, as I have yet to see the official call from the head official. And there it is. So that'll do it. Vancouver Island South, on the strength of a long touchdown run from Max Lang, will take the 7-0 victory in this one. And we will move on to the next one, which will be a matchup between the out-of-towners, Okanagan and Prince George. See you in a few. We are back and just about ready to go here with our next matchup. Prince George team going to be wearing orange in this game, with the Okanagan team on the other side wearing blue. This is the 5th of 9 matchups in the U16 tier today. And at this point in time, the U8 team scheduled to start at 5:15 is looking like it'll probably start about an hour later than that. So we look like we're ready to go here, and it appears the Prince George offense is going to take the field first. They will be going from right to left as you look at your screen right now. The Okanagan side looked very strong in their first outing, stuffing Vancouver North and defeating them by a score of 7-0. The Prince George team, on the other hand, was in a tighter affair, ending 0-0 in their first. So, looking to see what should be a competitive game here between the two interior squads in this U16 tournament. As we are just about ready to go here. You can see it's not the warmest day for a mid-April day out there, as a few of our referees have changed into their heavy jackets. Stay a little warmer. The wind is starting to whip around a little bit down there, but we are ready to go. And the snap is taken. He is going to whip it out into the flat right away here. The catch is made by number 19, Zach Lowen. Lowen, who was playing quarterback in the first game for Prince George, playing receiver now, and Jacob Eberly, number 15, is the quarterback for them. He will work back across the line of scrimmage and gain about a yard. That'll make it 2nd and 9. You'll see a lot of these Prince George players wearing the black pants with the yellow Kodiaks on the side. That is the branding of the junior team. It's also extended into the youth football ranks in that town. High snap brought down by Eberly. He's going to try and scramble. He shakes a tackler in the backfield. He's going to turn upfield, get across the line of scrimmage, but will only gain a yard, maybe 2. If you recall when you were watching earlier, high snaps were a little bit of an issue for Prince George in their first game. And based on the mark on the near side here, at least, they're going to give him a pickup of a couple yards. But the person actually spotting the ball is not paying attention to that. Oh, there we go. They're going to move it up now. So it looks like it's going to be 3rd and 7 from the 38-yard line. Okay, we'll make it 3rd and 8 from the 37-yard line. 4 receivers to the left for Eberly. He tosses it to his running back, who is going to get the edge with a little extra work. Going to try and turn the corner and is not going to be able to. He will be brought down in the backfield, right back around the original line of scrimmage for a loss of 2 to 3. Was number 32, Dante Meyer, on the carry. A little bit of a discombobulated exchange in the backfield there. Looked like Eberly may have turned the wrong way to hand that one off. And given that that was 3rd down, they will just reset the downs markers, and we will start all over again, 1st and 10 from the 35. Eberly has 3 receivers to his right. 1 back in the backfield is Meyer to his left. Takes the shotgun snap, sets back. Looked like there might have been a little early movement. There is a flag out, and Eberly is going to scramble. He has the edge, and he's going to throw it. Nice job on the scramble drill by the receiver to play himself open, and they are going to mark it as a reception up at the 40, but let's see what the penalty is on the near side here. Looks like they're going to call it on the defense. So either way, the ball is going to be set up at the 40. And if I'm Prince George, I will take the penalty and keep it as 1st down. That's exactly what they're going to do. It'll be 1st and 5 from their own 40-yard line. So Prince George up on the line of scrimmage, 1st and 5. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Eberle takes the shotgun snap, looking to throw, but there's a lot of pressure, and he is going to be tracked down and brought to the ground. Number 77, Marcus Landis-Kurath on the sack. He was one of a few guys that had a chance to bring him down back there. A lot of pressure up front. And Eberle really didn't have much of a chance to get rid of that ball at all. They will likely back this up to the 35 and call it 3rd and 10. They're going to keep it as 2nd down. And I guess that makes sense. It was 1st and 5. So to 2nd and 10 now. 4 receivers to the right. Eberle's going to half roll that way. He looks like he might be running the ball here, and he is going to run the ball, but he will get stacked up right at the line of scrimmage and drop for no gain. So it'll be 3rd and 10 now. So PG up on the ball, 3rd and 10. Trying to make some hay here as we get ticked down under the 5-minute mark. We'll probably only have a play or 2 left here on offense. Eberle sets back, looking to throw to his left. Still looking to throw. He will bomb it down the middle of the field. There's a wide open man. Number 24 makes the catch. Ryder Stoughton for what looks like a big chunk game, but a flag came out late, and it is going to be against Prince George and bring him back. You wondered as Eberle sat back there in the pocket for a long period of time. The longer that play gets extended, the more potential for a blocking infraction you have, and that's exactly what happens. They're going to call a hold on the Prince George offense, and that will back them up. It's, in a normal circumstance, would back them up 10 and repeat the down, but because we can't back them up, we will just repeat the down. So we'll call it 3rd and 10 again. And this is probably, based on the clock, I would guess, the last play that Prince George is going to get on this offensive possession. So they'll see what they can make of it. Eberle has 4 receivers to his right, single back to his left, takes a shotgun snap. He's going to look left, and he's going to immediately flush out of the pocket. He's still looking downfield, and he throws one that was just out of the reach of his receiver. Number 71, Peyton Briere. There was a flag down behind that play, and it's going to be declined, so it would have been something on the offense, and we will change over here. So the Okanagan squad is going to get its first chance with the ball. And they will start on the 35-yard line. Though I guess if you've been listening to me for a while, you've heard me say that before. So the Okanagan squad, like I said, had a pretty strong first effort in this tournament. So we'll see if they can keep that momentum going. Handoff up the middle on play number 1 here, as their quarterback for this game appears to be Cole Budgeon, number 17. He hands it off to number 31, Matt Chapman, who's taking a break from playing third base for the Toronto Blue Jays to play some football today. And he will get stuffed right at the line of scrimmage. So 2nd and 10. 3 receivers to the left of Budgeon. They're going to motion man across, and they are going to give him the ball on the end around. That is number 14, Anderson Bicknell, who is fighting forward, but will get stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. And we will do it all over again from the 35.
Andrews. To go. Okanagan.
He's going to drop back to pass. He's flushed out to his left here, and he is going to keep it himself, and will get up close to the first down marker. He's going to be a yard or two shy. Showing off the wheels is Cole Budgeon.
Now it's working. First and 10 from the 35.
So because they were short of the first down and that was third down, it will be reset back to the 35, and we will go first and 10. New set of downs for the Okanagan squad. Let's see what they can do with it. Budgeon comes out. He's got three receivers to his right. Going to take the snap and toss it to the running back. That is, again, Matt Chapman, who is up across the 45, and will have a first down up close to the 50. 49 is where they're marking it to be exact. First down of the game for the Okanagan squad. And a nice little burst there for Matthew Chapman. Budgeon will come out in the pistol look here. Three receivers to his left, two to his right. Takes the snap. He's going to step back, looking to throw. He will try to put it out to Chapman, but it was kind of just throwing it away, if we're being honest, in the vicinity of Chapman, but sailed over everybody as he had immediate pressure up front. And will wisely cut his losses and keep it at 2nd and 10. The Okanagan offense getting set. Same formation, three receivers to the left. Single back behind Budgeon, and he is going to try and hand off on the counter, and it is fumbled in the backfield. It'll be fallen on by a Prince George defender, and that will be a turnover. I think that was 22, Xander Tabora, who fell on top of that. It was indeed Xander Tabora, number 22. His younger brother, Gabriel, was the standout running back for the U14 Prince George team earlier today. So it's going to be reset to the 35. It'll go 1st and 10 again from there, as the clock is showing about 8.5 minutes and running. Man in motion across the box. They're going to toss it to Chapman. Pardon me, that is not Chapman. That is number 43, Brady Schutz. And he is wrapped up in the backfield, can't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And it looks like that'll do it for the Okanagan possession. So nice job by both defenses in that first possession there, as they snuff out anything the offenses had going on. It remains 0-0 going to the second offensive possession for Prince George. So Prince George is going to try and get something going in their second possession here. Eberle is still the quarterback. He's got three receivers to his right, single back to his left. He's going to take the snap. He's going to hand it off, and his running back is going to try to get the edge and fail. That is Dante Meyer, and he is wrapped up in the backfield by number 27, Reed Thompson. Also an offensive standout in the first game for Okanagan, is having a strong afternoon. And I got to be honest, just to jump in with a little bit of color there, like Meyer, that play is designed to hit up the gut. Meyer needs to get vertical there. He needs to stop trying to run around everybody. So they'll try it again. 2nd and 10 from the 35. Everly drops back to pass. He's looking to his right. He has a man, and it goes in and out of the hands of Peyton Briere. Third and 10 now for the Prince George offense. So it looked like they had a little something going there, but couldn't quite haul it in with a little bit of space. Everly did well to extend that play and find his guy. They're going to motion to 4 receivers to Everly's left. He's going to take the snap, look to that side. He's going to throw a quick screen to his wideout, who has some space, but a great tackle there. Nice rally up on the ball. That is 34. Ethan Schupener making a great play in the backfield, as when the receiver caught it, Alan Mogus, number 89, he had a lot of space, and Schupener, just a really nice form tackle. As he starts around the waist, squeezes the legs together, and rolls off of it. That's that hawk-style tackle that a lot of schools are teaching, or a lot of programs, I should say, are teaching these days. A really well-executed version of that right there. That would be the end of the series of downs. They're going to reset it to 1st and 10 here. And they're going to try it again. Couple men motioning across the formation to 4 receivers to the left. They'll look to that quick screen again and come back the other way. Everly's on the scramble, and he's going to try and make hay with his feet. There's a flag down as he gets up across the 40, close to the 45, before running out of bounds. Jacob Everly, really good wheels on him. He's shown some flashes with his arm. I just wish he would be able to sit in that pocket a little bit longer and be able to get more balls out, as he's just on the run a little bit too often for this coach's liking. If I were running that offense, at least. So the penalty on the play is going to go against Prince George, so that will negate the previous play. And we'll be back to 1st and 10. Everly starting the motion, will take the snap. He's going to roll to his left. Looks like they're setting up an option here, and he is going to pitch it to his guy, Meyer, who will be wrapped up, push the defender back across the 40-yard line. Should pick up about 6 on the play. And that is where they're going to mark it, at the 41-yard line. However, that is the last play of the offensive series for Prince George, so we will turn it back over with the Okanagan squad going back on the offensive. 3:45 on the clock here, so a decent chunk of time for them to work with. And they are ready to go quickly here, as they should be. Budging in the shotgun, 3 receivers to his left. He's going to take shotgun snap, looking to pass to his left. Scrambling, retreating, and it will be caught. Throws off his back foot. It's a little short, but caught over the middle. I think that is number 14, Anderson Bicknell, making the catch. Short gain of about 2.5, 3. We'll make it 2nd and 7. Okanagan offense getting up to the line. Another 2x3 set here. 3 receivers to the right this time. Everly will hand it off up the middle, and Chapman is wrapped up in the backfield by a couple of defenders. Number 50, Cole Mallow, in there. Loss of a couple, and that'll push it back to 3rd and 9. Well, the aforementioned 3rd and 9. 3 receivers to the right. Single back in the backfield again. Going to play action and retreat back. He's under a ton of pressure. and will ultimately throw it away. I think that's a merciful, non-intentional grounding penalty there, as Eberle swarmed again on that drop back, and the defensive lines are really taking this one over. Tough play designs. It looked like the free rushers in his face there, they were running a counter play action and pulling a couple offensive linemen, so it looked like the free rushers in his face were maybe by design on that play there, and that is that's a tough look for a young quarterback. So they'll reset things and start it over again with a $1:10 on the clock. Budgeon will take the snap here, and he will throw quickly to his left. His man makes a catch, shakes a tackle, fighting for extra yardage. A flag comes out late as he is brought down right around the original line of scrimmage. Believe that was the other quarterback on the roster, Chase Witzel, making the catch there, number 16. So time enough for one, maybe two more, probably two more plays here. Be officially 1st and 10. Penalty, which is on the offense. They're going to toss it to Chapman. He makes a cut, gets up across the line of scrimmage, but is brought down after a short gain of just one. And okay, they're going to call it there. So that game will end in a 0-0 tie as the defenses continue to stand out here in this U16 level. Not a lot of scoring through 5 games. I think we have seen a grand total of 14 points scored. So not a lot going on the offensive side of the ball right now at the U16 level. Next game we have up is going to be the VI North team versus the Vancouver South team. And we will see you in just a couple minutes' time for that one. So the coin toss is just underway here as we await our next action in the U16 tournament here. On tap, we've got in the orange jerseys, the Vancouver South Academy squad, and in the blue jerseys will be the Vancouver Island North squad. Mentioned this before, but I will mention it again. This U16 tournament, the players from these 6 squads, the top players will be selected for Team BC that will come back here to McLeod in July to host the Western Canada U16 Championships. Teams from Alberta, Saskatchewan, Manitoba will all be coming here to Langley to play our U16 Team BC, consisting, as I said, of the top stars from the teams that you see on the field today. If you are interested in tickets for that event, I understand they're available at the BCPFA's website. So it appears Vancouver Island North will take the ball first here. They in the blue jerseys will be moving from right to left. Vancouver South will be moving from left to right. Vancouver South was able to move the ball a fair bit in their first game, but they've had a long layoff. We haven't seen them since the first game of the U16 bracket. And ultimately, we're not able to quite punch it in at the end of a lengthy drive in that first game for them. So we will see if that changes here. But it's their defense out first. And you can see members on that defense hailing from everywhere from Surrey all the way out to, I see a couple of Abbotsford teams out there represented. Vancouver Island North, of course, located around Nanaimo, and they will get up under center for their first snap of the game. Motion man comes across. They will hand it off to him on the end around. He tries to get the corner and doesn't quite get there. That was number 74, James Christian. So 2nd and 10 after the no gain on first down. You'll see the Vancouver Island North offense looks notably different from a lot of the other offenses that we're seeing here. You'll see a lot of under center from that Vancouver Island North offense. Typically we'll have 2 running backs in the backfield, and they love to motion their slot guy across and run their offense off of kind of misdirection run, as opposed to the more kind of shotgun spread type stuff you're seeing from most of the other squads. As we see the end around fake handoff here, and they'll hand off the dive up the gut. That will get stacked up right at the line of scrimmage as well. And we will move to 3rd and 10. Weather's still holding up this afternoon. The clouds are kind of rolling in and out, so we're getting these kind of grayer periods, and then the sun comes out again. But a beautiful afternoon for football all around. Maybe not the warmest day, but nothing too cold and miserable, and everybody seems to be having a good time on the whole. We are into hour number 8 of football today, and can't say there's much better than that. Full day of football. So 3rd and 10 for VI North. They're going to bring that man in motion again, and they are going to play action off of it and get stacked up in the backfield. Number 57, Lachlan Bruce, making the play for a loss. And that will reset from 35. Lengthy breaks between plays for this VI North offense. But they are set to go here. You'll see they're sticking to that base formation. 2 backs in the backfield, 2 receivers to either side. here. They're going to motion the man across, and there's a fumble on the snap. The ball is loose, and it is going to be fallen on by number 2 on the defense. That is Lucas Graham. So on the turnover, that will make it 1st and 10. As we are approaching 4 minutes into the game here, and VI North's offense kind of stalled in the starting blocks. A couple of good plays on defense from the defensive front of the Vancouver South guys to penetrate through the line and make a stop. So 1st and 10. Cunningham's going to drop back looking to pass, and he is met by a ton of pressure. Gabriel Curry, number 97, making the play in the backfield there. He was a standout in their first game, and there is another gritty for you, ladies and gentlemen. The gritty counter on the day, by my count at least, is up to 3 now. Second and 10 for the VI North offense. They likely have a couple more plays left in this set as we approach the 15-minute mark on the clock. Offense is set. They got a tight end in on the right side this time. Going to bring their man in motion and hand off to him. That's number 74. James Christian again looking to get the edge, but he will not quite get there. Gets maybe a yard on the play. And they are going to give him credit for a yard, but I think that's also going to be the last play of the set for Vancouver Island North, and it will indeed. So the Vancouver South offense is going to take the field once they figure out which end they are starting from. They'll get there. So they have huddled up, broken the entire huddle. They called a play in and everything, and now they're running down the other side of the field because they didn't realize they were going from that end of the field. That's it, Coach. Hustle. There we go. Vancouver South offense out to start their first series here. Quarterback appears to be number 3, Chase Thurston. We'll start in the shotgun with 1 running back, 3 receivers to his right. He's going to hand off on the slot motion to number 4, Logan Wager. He gets upfield and across the 50 for a first down. Nice little play there with Wager being led by the running back, Santiago Llarena. Got a lot of real estate and a big first down on play number 1. So 1st and 10 from their own 51. 2 backs in the backfield this time, 2 receivers to either side. Shotgun snap is taken, and Thurston will toss it to number 33, Trayson Harley, who looks like he has the edge and has some real estate downfield. And he will finally get knocked out of bounds inside the 40-yard line to the 38. And another first down for Vancouver South. So another first down for Vancouver South from the 37-yard line they marked it at, and they're going to hand it off. This is Urena off to the right, more of a power back, but he gets the edge, shakes a couple tacklers, stiff arms another guy off, get off me, fighting for further yardage, and he will get another first down to the 23-yard line. Excuse me, the 18.
Inside the 18-yard line, first down, Vancouver.
I know the region's officially called Vancouver South, but I'm sure all these suburban kids don't particularly appreciate being called Vancouver on the PA. So first down for the Vancouver South squad. Knocking on the door, 3 plays into this set, they are already down to the 18-yard line. 1 back in the backfield, 4 receivers to the right. Thurston drops back, looks to his lone receiver side, throws it up there, and it falls incomplete on the outside shoulder. Looked like a little bit of a miscommunication between the quarterback and the receiver. Quarterback looked like he was deliberately throwing that to the back shoulder. The receiver had other ideas in mind. And it falls harmlessly to the blue painted plastic in the end zone. They'll try it all over again here. Still a good shot here. About 10 minutes left on the clock. We are at 2nd and 10. 2 backs in the backfield. Receiver motioning into the box. He's going to get the handoff. That's number 39 there. Russell Ron Arnaza. He turns the corner, jitterbugs towards the corner, and gets inside the pylon for the touchdown. Touchdown, Vancouver South. That'll open up a 7-0 lead for them. And they do so, if memory serves me correctly, basically entirely on the ground. Impressive drive for the Vancouver South squad. They're going to bring it back to the 35, and they should be able to get a few more plays in here as they move down the field quickly enough. They are backing it up. We'll see how long it takes them to get back to the 35. Ball is set up at the 35. They're going to huddle up and go at it again. 1st and 10. Having taken a 7-0 lead here. Going to come out 2 backs in the backfield. New quarterback in the game. That is number 7, Rylan Chima, he'll hand it off to number 17, Ryder Quintana, who has a ton of room up the left side. Flag comes in late as he fights up across the 50-yard line, inside it to the 47. I think that's probably going to be a blocking infraction based on what I saw there. Yeah, I think they're going to call a block in the back, which, I'm not sure I'm a huge fan of that call, but okay. So that's going to back everything up. It should be after yards were gained because it was well downfield. So we shouldn't be going all the way back to the 35. And we are not. So it looks like they're going to set the ball at the 45. We're deciding. We're going to set the ball up at the 50. So it will be a first down. The penalty takes some yardage off the end of that play, but it was well downfield and after yards were gained, so it will be a first down, and it will be placed at the 50-yard line, their own 50-yard line, for a 1st and 10. As I mentioned, Rylan Chima, the quarterback out there in the yellow helmet, got 4 receivers to his right as he takes shotgun snap, looks to his left, and he's just going to dump it off to his running back, number 20, who breaks a tackle and gets up across the line of scrimmage. He's across midfield and fumbling forward to the 50-yard line, where he's finally brought down. That's Tayson Tran, and he is up past the marker for a first down. And they are going to call that the end of the possession there. So a successful offensive set for the Vancouver South crew. And it will go back to the VI North offense, going back the other way, starting at their own 35. Just under 6.5 minutes left in this affair. The 6th of 9 games in this U16 age bracket. 7-0 lead for the Vancouver South crew as VI North gets back onto the field to give their offense another shot. Two backs in the backfield, two receivers to either side, though there is a tight end on the right. They're going to bring their guy, number 74, in motion. They'll fake to him, give to the back behind him, and that is going to be stacked up in the backfield. He will fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. That was 30 on the carry, I think.
Second and 10 for VI.
No, I think that was number 90, Charles Roberts, on the carry. Yeah, it was indeed. Second and 10. Vancouver Island North offense up on the ball here. A little bit of a jump there early, but he doesn't break the ball and gets back. It is fumble on the snap again, and that's going to fall into the hands of a Vancouver South defender and be a turnover.
Works out to VI's benefit, though, because it brings up first and 10 from the 35.
So we'll reset it back to the 35 after the turnover. Going to make it first and 10 as VI North resets and starts over again. Cunningham under center. He's going to take the snap, drops back to pass, looks to his right. He hits his receiver. No, he's not going to make the catch, which is probably a good thing because he was 2 yards deep and on his belly, so it actually benefits him to not catch that ball. And the incomplete pass will make it second and 10.
Defense. Penalty. First down. Moving the ball up to the 40-yard line, brings up first down and 5 for VI.
So they do throw the offside on that play. It will be first and 5 for Vancouver Island North from their 40-yard line here. Snap under center. Cunningham's going to drop back looking to pass. There's pressure right up the gut as he completes it to his running back. That's Roberts out of the backfield. Tries to turn the corner, gains about 3.5, 4, and will be brought down just short of the marker. So a nice positive offensive play there for the Vancouver Island North guys on first and 5.
Now at the 44, it's bringing up second down and a yard. Final play of the drive.
Second and 1 here as they are at their own 44-yard line, and actually it's a short one. You look at the ball, the nose of it's more like a half a yard away from the marker than a full yard. So under center is Cunningham. Two backs in the backfield. You got a tight slot to the left. Going to motion their end around guy through the box. They're going to fake to him, hand it off to the second man, and he's going to get the edge here. Number 47 up across the 50, close to midfield for the first down is Jaden Garcha. Effective little misdirection play from the VI North offense there. Very wing T style, as there's kind of a first man, second man, third man option on each run play. And so a fairly effective end to the drive for Vancouver Island North. They're going to run out of time here, but they are able to work it up across midfield. Pick up a first down or two. So some positive momentum, some things to take away from that for that squad. Vancouver South's offense will take over here. Just over a minute and a half left. They'll have time to squeeze in a few plays here before they run out of time. Having already secured the victory, they'll try and add on to that. Up 7-0 at this point in time. Rylan Chima, number 7, still the quarterback. He is going to hand off on the end around here to number 39. That is Russell Ron Arenaza, the touchdown scorer. And he will get a first down up across the 45 to the 48.
First down, Vancouver.
So time for a couple more plays here for Vancouver South as they are getting up close to midfield after that first down. They're going to go 2 receivers to either side. We have Zachary Golub back in at quarterback, number 1 here. And he's going to drop back to pass, looking deep down the field to his left. He releases, he's got a man, but he underthrows it and is just about picked off. I was about to make the interception call, and it whipped out as he hit the turf, I believe. That was still struggling to catch the number on that jersey. I want to say that was Bennett Howlett. But nonetheless, deep ball there falls short, and it's going to be 2nd and 10. Golub in the gun again. 3 receivers to his right. He's going to drop back, looking that side. He will throw this one deep down the field. He's got 2 men open. Number 39 comes down with it. Russell Ron Arenaza tackled from behind, just inside the 20-yard line. And as the clock hits 0, that'll be it. Saved by the bell, potentially, for VI North, but it ends a 7-0 final. As you see the replay of that last play there, and if Arenaza hadn't caught it, Tristan Jim, number 92, might have. So a little bit of fireworks to finish that one off as the offense has finally got going in the latter stages of that. And a good little finish. And we start to set up for our next game. So we got VI South coming back up. You can see them in the blue jerseys. Actually, they're just off your screen. But they are already on the field ready to go. The Vancouver Island South Victoria area team. And they are lined up to play against the Prince George guys, who will be wearing orange that you can just see entering into your screen in the bottom left. Hoping for a quick turnaround here. So we'll transition as quickly as we can, but the teams are already on the field, as are the referees. So I expect a pretty quick turnaround here. And I will stay on with you through that. So we have 3 matchups left in the U16 bracket. This game, the aforementioned game between Vancouver Island South and Prince George. After that, we have VI North back on versus the Okanagan squad. And then the final game of the night, the Battle of the Lower Mainland, Vancouver South and Vancouver North go at it. And of course, that is the final U16 game of the night. Once we finish that, of course, it's on the big boys, the U18 guys. Come on. Nice to see the regional academies out here competing from the different corners of the province. And you can see that different age brackets turn out differently, but there are strong teams at different ages in each region. The Vancouver Island North team from the U14 was pretty strong. The PG team in the U14 ranks was very strong. VI South at the younger ages was quite strong. So lots of talent to go around. Remains to be seen how things look at the U18 ranks, but I can tell you, having been here in December for the ABC Bowl, where our U18 team picked apart the Alberta team, there's lots of talent to go around at that age group too. So look forward to that later on this evening. I'd say the way things are setting up, approximate start time for that will be shortly after 6 o'clock. While I'm on that topic, I'd like to tell you a little bit about the upcoming events here. For the U16 group, as I've mentioned a couple times, we're hosting the Western Canada U16 Championships. That's July 3rd to 6th here at McLeod Athletic Park. The players you see on the field right now will help make up the Team BC squad for that event as they host Alberta, Saskatchewan, and Manitoba. We also have the Football Canada Cup, the U18 National Championship. That'll be July 10th to 17th, and that'll be up in Kelowna. This is the premier event for all of Football Canada in the juvenile ranks. And Team BC will be selected from the U18 group that is playing today. So keep your eyes peeled on that event, and if you like what you see, which you probably should, you may want to look into heading up to Kelowna in the middle of July for that championship. Again, that is July 10th to 17th. More information on that can be found on the BCPFA's website. I should point out, too, that playing in the U18 games will also be players who qualify for the U17 selects, which will take part in the U17 Western Canadian Championships in August out in Edmonton. Definitely recommend that you come out here for the Western Canadian U16s. I recommend that you go up to Kelowna for the Nationals. I give a less hearty recommendation for going out to Edmonton, but you'll still see some good football. So we're just about ready to go here for this next U16 matchup. As you can see, the captains out in the, well, close to the middle of the field at least, for the coin toss to determine who will be on offense first. Again, we'll have a 20-minute running clock here. That typically is 2 possessions on offense for either team. They try to keep them to about 5 minutes, though it really depends on the refereeing crew. Some of them go a hard 5-5 for each set. Some of them go a little bit longer for the first possession and then a little bit shorter for the second one. So either way, you typically have 2 possessions on offense for each team. And if my interpretation of sign language is correct, I believe that, no, you know what, I'm going to wait and see where they go before I start throwing wild guesses out there. Prince George has sent their quarterback out there, so I believe that Prince George will be opening on offense here, and I think they will be going from your right to your left. They are wearing the orange for this game. Vancouver Island South wearing the blue, which is actually what they have been wearing for most of the day. And I think I had just about every part of what I just said wrong. Or did I? I don't know who's more confused, me or the players on the field right now. Referees pointing in every different direction. We'll figure it out. So the ball has been placed at the 45-yard line going in, which is different than what we've seen previously, but it may be something that the coaches have requested or an adjustment that they have made, but it appears that's what we're going to do. So Prince George is on offense. They are moving from your left to your right in the orange jerseys, and they are setting up 1st and 10 at the opposing 45. Quarterback's going to drop back to pass. He is going to tuck it and scramble, and he's got some room. He's going to be up across the 30, up close to the 25 before he is pushed out of bounds. That is number 11, Cooper Zeiler, in his first snap at quarterback here today, making something happen on the ground. So a big first down on the first play from scrimmage for the Prince George squad. I suspect that this change in where drives are starting has been made with the idea of encouraging more offense in mind, which I'm not necessarily opposed to. So they will have it 1st and 10 just inside the 25-yard line. Seiler has a single back to his right, 3 receivers to his left. He's going to motion a man over there to make it 4. as he hands off to number 82, Aiden Smith, who has some space around the edge. He's got the edge, going to try and turn the corner, and is just pushed out of bounds. He tries to tightrope the sidelines and steps out at the 10-yard line. Another first down for Prince George. So we're officially at first and goal now from the 10-yard line. Prince George comes out. They got 4 receivers lined up to the short side of the field on the left. They're going to motion 3 of them back to the right. Zyler takes the snap. He's looking that way. Going to throw a quick screen to number 24. That is Ryder Stoughton, who moves up towards the end zone, and I think will be brought down just shy of the goal line. There is a flag on the play, however, and the initial signal from the referee is offside on the offense. This has been an unfortunate affliction for Prince George throughout the day today. I think they have been the most penalized team by far. And it has brought back a number of significant positive offensive plays as well. They're going to back this up 5. It will remain first and goal. And we will try it again. Zyler moves to his right. He is going to pitch, and his man has some space up back inside the 10-yard line. That was 82 Aiden Smith. He gets tackled at about the 7-yard line. And it'll be second and goal from there. Slick little play design as there's a little bit of an option built into that quarterback sweep. Cooper Zyler tosses it to Aiden Smith.
7.
They'll try it again from the 7-yard line. Smith, the lone back, lined up to Zyler's right. There are 3 receivers to his left. They're going to motion another man over there to make it 4. And it's going to be a handoff to Smith. He runs into a crowd, is able to fight forward to the 5. And it'll be third and goal. VI South trying to hold on here and keep Prince George off the board. They are one play away from doing that. And having to send them back to the 45. Let's see if Prince George can push through and punch this in. Two receivers motioning to the left. Zyler will roll back out the other way. He's got pressure in his face, tried to get it out, hit as he throws, and that ball falls harmlessly to the turf. And VI South will get the stop. They're going to move them back to the 45 and start it again.
Ball reverts back to the 35 on downs.
So nice play there, creating pressure up front. I believe that was number 50, Gavin Christensen, in the quarterback's face there. So they'll try it again from the beginning. Back at the 45, it'll be first and 10. 3 receivers to Zyler's left. And he is going to look to the right, scrambling around a little bit. Manages to escape pressure. He's still alive, and he is off. He's got a ton of space up across the 30, the 25. The last man back brings him down. That is Bednar's, excuse me. That is Cash Amos, 23 on the tackle, but not before Zyler is able to work his way up across the 25 to about the 23-yard line.
That was the final play of the drive, and
unfortunately for Prince George, they're going to run out of time. So you can see we have shifted the format slightly here. We are going to be using the half of the field to our right for the remainder of the U16 here. There are just too many squads around warming up that need space to warm up on. And we also wanted to encourage a little bit more offense at this U16 level. So there's been a little bit of a change up in what we're doing. But that's okay. So every team will be moving on offense from left to right as you are watching, working in towards the south end zone here at McLeod Athletic Park. And that's where Vancouver Island South starts. Their first offensive possession here. Managed to keep Prince George off the board, and it is still 0-0 at this point. Dante Acton, the quarterback. He's got 3 receivers to his right. Gonna motion a man across. Takes the snap, will hand it off up the middle. And churning his legs across that 45 to pick up a couple is Gavin Christensen, number 50. So it'll be second and they'll call it 9. Second and 9 here, like I said, for the Vancouver Island South squad. They are getting organized in the huddle here. And we're going to line up with 2 backs in the backfields, balanced set, 2 receivers to either side. Motions his receiver. Snap is off and fumbled on the ground. Acton has to fall on it, and he takes a pop as he's picking it up on the turf. From number 50, Cole Mallow. That is going to draw a flag, and rightfully so, as that was a pretty good impact on the back of Acton's helmet as he was on the turf there. I understand what the defender was doing, seeing the loose ball and trying to fall on it, but that's not a safe play and will be penalized.
You will notice that we have a second game here. We've split the field into 2. We're going 45 in. Each team gets the same amount of plays. Just speed things up here because we have good teams coming up.
So we will continue to follow this Vancouver Island South and Prince George game. On the other half of the field, the Okanagan versus Vancouver Island North game has started as well. So we will try to keep one eye on that and keep you updated on how that game is going as we continue to follow the Vancouver Island South Prince George game here, moving into the south end zone. First and 10 after the penalty, it will be at the 30-yard line for VI South. Acton's in a balanced set. He's going to hand off here. Number 22's Xander Tabor. Sorry, wrong roster. My apologies. That's number 22, Joseph Levine Kochanek with the carry, but he gets stuffed. Tries to make extra yardage and ends up losing extra yardage. But they will give him his forward progress at just inside the 30-yard line. Second and 10 for the Vancouver Island South offense here, just inside the 30-yard line. Acton set up. He's got 3 receivers to his left and a tight end to his right. Going to look to that left side, and now he's going to get flushed to his right, and he is scrambling. He is going to be eaten up in the backfield. Couple of big bodies going after him there. Mallow, number 50, makes the play in the end. But number 79, Greg Broster, had a shot at him too.
Left side of the field, open on the line.
Got 3rd and 10 now, as they gave him the 29-yard line again, which I wouldn't have, and they're actually going to adjust that now. So they are going to remark it. It's now 3rd and 11. 3rd and 12, actually, at the 31.
Right side of the field, we have Behind the line.
Acting in the gun, 2x2 on either side of him. He motions a man across to make it 1x3. And he is going to hit him on the reverse. Timing a little bit off there. The ball is up in the air and fallen on by the Prince George defense.
Prince George.
And that'll be a turnover. We'll take Vancouver Island South back to the 45 to start it all over again.
Okanagan line.
So 1st and 10 as we reset back to the beginning from the 45-yard line here. Acton has backs on either side of him and 2 receivers either side. He's going to look to the middle of the field, and he will throw right to a defender for the interception. There's a flag down, but that is number 84 on the interception, Decker Passy. Had the ball thrown right to him there.
Interception just resets the ball in the 45 for VI.
And on the turnover, that will be a 1st and 10 for VI again.
VI on the left, hand up in the back, number 9 was carry. The wrap up is stopped by the Okanagan line.
So a lot is happening here. Update on the other game. Vancouver Island North started on offense. They did not score. They are just changing over, and Okanagan will be taking the field on offense. Acton, meanwhile, tries to hand it off. The ball is on the ground again. And I think Prince George came up with it again. Another backfield miscue for Vancouver Island South. And that will end their offensive possession. So I think positive momentum to begin with on that possession, but a little bit frustrating towards the tail end as they were kind of stuck in reverse for the latter part of that session. And the PG offense comes back on the field. They got close to scoring their first time around, weren't able to punch it in, and it remains 0-0. But they should have a pretty decent amount of time left on the clock to get a set of about a half a dozen plays here in or so, depending on how fast they move. Cooper Zeiler still in a quarterback. He is in the gun. He's got 4 receivers to his right. He's going to drop back pass and look to work that side. Sets up, bombs it downfield, has a man, but he overthrows him. That was 22. Xander Tabora, who had a lot of real estate around him, but unfortunately Zeiler just sailed him. As Tabora kind of got caught doing the center fielder thing and trying to figure out which shoulder to look over, and ended up not being able to keep pace with the ball. Okanagan, meanwhile, in the other game, has the ball down inside the 10-yard line and is knocking on the door. And they are going to punch that in. Number 27, Reed Thompson for Okanagan, punches in the touchdown in the other game that is off your screen right now. In our game, we are at 3rd and 10 for Prince George here after the incompletion. Zeiler set up in the gun, 3 receivers to his left, 2 to his right. Takes shotgun snap. He's going to look over the middle of the field, and he's going to have to step up in the pocket, and he is going to be met right at the line of scrimmage. Number 75 making the play there, Ryan Brown. It will officially be a gain of a couple, so it won't be a sack. Passing attack shut down there by the VI South defense.
Bounces it to the far side. That's a block. And runs into a defender. Nice run, nice field position for Okanagan.
So 3rd and 10 here for the Prince George offense. They're going to motion a man to the left to make it a 4-man side, and they are going to hand off up the middle. This is Aiden Smith. He gets the edge, and he's got some space. Trying to turn the corner. He will get down inside the 30-yard line, still fighting for more yardage. Brought down at the 24. A nice pickup for Prince George and a 1st down.
Over the top. And that's going to draw a flag every time. Number 20, the intended receiver. inside the 5-yard line.
And 1st and 10 now at the 24-yard line moving in as Prince George continues to be the more prolific of the offenses in this particular game. They're going to motion 4 receivers to their right. Seiler's going to boot that way, and he is straight run right now. Lots of blocking in front of him. He's got the space, cuts it back up the middle, right back into the middle of the field, and he is going to waltz into the end zone for the Prince George touchdown. Nice little play there. Basically a quarterback power with 4 receivers blocking in front of him. Receivers did a great job, and Seiler found the cuts. As at the other end of the field, the Okanagan team has just scored again to go up 14-0. Everything is happening, to quote the great Bob Cole. Meanwhile, I'm calling one game, and the PA guy's calling another game, and it's just it's madness here at McLeod Athletic Park. So should be time for a couple more plays here for the Prince George offense before they switch over. We got 2:30 on the clock here. They are back at the 45, starting over again. 3 receivers to the right. Seiler takes the shotgun snap. He's going to look to that side. Lets the ball go. It's going to float a little bit on him and almost intercepted. Number 85, Ben Atwell, got his hands on that. And that will be the last play of the Prince George possession. So VI South will finish on offense here. And they're going to have enough time for a handful of plays here at least.
Okanagan, the line, pick number 68, lines up over the ball. Shotgun snap, under pressure, gets the ball off into the end zone. Touchdown, Okanagan.
And in case you didn't hear that, in the other half of the field, Okanagan has just converted another long touchdown pass. Really nice throw by the Okanagan quarterback, Cole Budgeon, with a free rush right in his face. As VI South takes over here, they're going to start 1st and 10 on the 45 going in. Dante Acton in the shotgun. He's going to look to his right, and he will release it into the flat. It is caught, and his man starts to turn upfield, tries to make extra yardage, but gets caught from behind for a short gain. That's Joseph Levine Kochanuk.
Looks like we've got a shaken up VI player.
There is a VI South player shaken up on the field. He gets up pretty quickly as soon as the trainer gets there.
Number 46 shaken up for VI. He's up and he's off with the help of the
Callaway,
trainers.
number 46, shaken up for VI South. He's going to jog off the field on his own steam. 2nd and 9 for the VI South squad here, as they try to get this score back, down 7-0 in this game.
VI going back to work against Prince George.
Acton has backs on either side of him, 2 receivers on either side. He's going to look to his left, and he's going to throw it into the flat, and that one floats up, is picked off, puts it behind his intended receiver, and it is intercepted. And whoa, we're getting some rough stuff, some extracurriculars here. As a frustrated VI South player drew himself a penalty, and they're going to call this one, and probably rightfully so.
So all the attention now on the left side of the field.
Prince George will take this one, 7-0. There's a little bit of a discussion, but the referee has waved his flag and called this one. So, as we clear the field from the teams that just finished here, this half of the field where we are pointing our cameras and our attention, we'll shift over to the last U16 game of the evening, which is the Vancouver North versus Vancouver South game. Based on what I'm seeing on the sidelines, it looks like Vancouver North will be wearing the blues for this game, and Vancouver South will be wearing the oranges as the Battle of the Lower Mainland takes shape for the main event, or the final event at least, of the U16 draw tonight.
Into the garbage cans conveniently located at the bottom of each stairwell. Again, please give us a hand.
I'm going to take a quick break here, catch my breath, and I will be back with you guys for that Vancouver North Vancouver South game in just a few minutes' time.
64 about to pass under pressure from big number 68 of the Okanagan. Outside the field, behind going to work first. Oh, first 10-35. Actually, in the backfield, nowhere to go. Last time, brought down by big number 3 of the Okanagan. Yeah, a little swing pass knocked out of the air by big number 66 of the Okanagan. So the final play of this offensive drive for VI. Swinging outside, pass complete. Wrap up and brought down is big number 65 of the Island. And that will be the final play of this offensive drive for Vancouver Island. They'll switch, and it will be Okanagan going in front of the 45. On the cut back, handoff, takes it to the inside of the field, forced out of bounds, deep into Vienna territory, just inside the 15-yard line. Outside number 43 turns the corner in the end zone. Touchdown. Okanagan. in the end zone touchdown. Okanagan keeping it on offense, going to work. First and 10 from the 40.
And we are back. And if you have been following the video feed in the interim here, waiting for us to get started, you'll see there was a little bit of confusion as a couple teams tried to warm up and then we had to clear the field, but we are just about ready to go here. This is the U16 finale tonight, and it is the matchup of the two Lower Mainland teams. In the blue, going to be starting on offense is the Vancouver North squad, and in the orange, starting on defense, will be the Vancouver South squad. Ultimately, this kind of boils down to the city and North Shore versus the suburban Fraser Valley types, which I can describe them as I am one myself. As one of my good friends once called them Valley Cats.
On the right side of the
I think that's what they should rename the Huskers. Valley Cats. Anyway, I digress. So Vancouver North starting on offense here. Their quarterback wearing number 87, which is awesome because there is no 87 on my roster. That's what you want.
Two blue ball work, first and 10 from the 45.
They're going to motion three receivers to the right side. Going to take the shotgun snap. He looked to pass, but he is swarmed immediately by two different players. And we have another gritty alert, as that is Gabriel Curry, who has been very prominent throughout the afternoon for the Vancouver South squad. Also looked like, I think that was number 50, George Schmidt, in there. So they'll get going again and try it again here. Should be 2nd and 10 from the 45. And they are going to try and hand off on the end around. Again, hit in the backfield, breaks the tackle, and is able to get back across the line of scrimmage. That's number 24, Carlo Robles Becerra.
And now, after a gain of a yard.
So, should be 3rd and about 9. Pretty much just making numbers up because we're not using the sticks anymore on the near sideline here. But 3rd and 9 from the 44-yard line. For the Vancouver North squad, two receivers split to the left, two to the right. Looks like they're actually a man short, unless there's a tight end on the team. And they hand it off up the middle. He gets stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. And nothing doing there. That should restart the downs numbers. Yeah, pretty sure they had 11 players on the field for that snap. So we'll restart the downs box. We're going to set it back up at the 45-yard line. And 1st and 10 for the Vancouver North squad. And the Vancouver North offense comes out. They're looking a little bit discombobulated. I only count 10 players on offense right now, which is significantly short of the 12 that they're allowed to play with. but they're going to run a play anyway. They're going to try and hand it off up the middle, excuse me. And he gets stacked up in the backfield. I'm not sure what's going on, but it's the Vancouver North head coach out on the field right now. Seems to be displeased about something, but I don't know quite what's going on. They back the ball up to the 50 now. And again, the Vancouver North offense, by my count, has 10 players on the field. And the quarterback drops back to pass. He is pressured immediately, and he will be sacked by, again, Gabriel Curry. Offense is kind of moving in reverse for the Vancouver North squad here. Hey, they got 12 now. So 3 receivers to the left. Going to motion man across the formation. He's going to step back and throw. And that is swallowed up right away. I would have thrown a flag there. A little bit of early contact. May have ruled that the ball was not catchable. Benji Teal back in at quarterback for the Vancouver North squad. Looked like that ball just kind of slipped out of his hands there. So they're going to reset the ball to the 45 here and have at her again. Looks like some of the hiccups with the Vancouver North offense have been worked out, at least somewhat here. So Teal will set it in the gun. Have his receivers cross the formation here. 4 to his right as he snaps it. He's going to throw the slip screen to number 85. He makes the catch, tries to turn upfield, and then decides to go back in the other direction. Is able to get the corner. And we're going to get a flag down here as I think we got a crackback block at the point of attack. 85 Kareem Mohammed with the reception and the yak yards there. That will be an illegal crackback block. Should back them up, but I think they're just going to change over here and go the other way. And it appears that that's what they're going to do. So they're going to set the ball at the 45. Again, we're going to continue to go in the same direction here. So it'll be the orange Vancouver South squad on offense now. Looking to break the scoreless tie in this one. We'll see who they send out a quarterback. We've seen 3 different quarterbacks for them today, and based on helmet recognition, that appears to be Zachary Golub, number 1, starting the game as the quarterback for the Vancouver South squad. He will line up, 1 back to his left, 3 receivers to his right. Going to take the snap, drop back. He's looking deep down the field to his right. He puts the ball up. He's got him in. Wide open, and nice track to adjust to the ball in the air and make the catch is Ryder Quintana, number 17. Late flag comes down. Quintana got inside the 15, was tackled at the 13. And we will see what the infraction is here. still don't quite see what the penalty was, but it is going to be on the defense. And it is going to back them right up against the goal line. So there must have been something major that I missed, maybe a horse collar. I didn't see that, but I guess possible. And they are going to set it up right on the 1 yard line for Vancouver South, very quickly knocking on the door here. He's going to walk up goal under center, and this will likely be a sneak, and it will, and he will just push forward into the end zone for the touchdown for Vancouver South. So an early score, quick score for the Vancouver South squad after the long completion plus the penalty takes them right down to the 1 yard line. One play in, they're able to punch it in quickly from the 1 and going to go back at it from the 45. A number of personnel changes on that Vancouver South offense between series here. Golub appears to still be the quarterback, however. Going to have 2 backs in the backfield beside him, 2 receivers on either side. He'll take the snap. He's going to look quickly to his right and complete. Oh, dropped. Threw it quickly into the flat. Thought it would be a nice catch and run completion, but Tristan Jupp has it hit his hands and bounce right back off of them. And that's just what scouts will call a concentration drop there. As that ball, he tracked it in and hit him right in the hands, and he just took his eye off it a little too quickly. So 2nd and 10 now from the 45 for the Vancouver South squad. Same formation, 2 receivers to either side. Golub drops back, he's looking to his left, and he doesn't like what he sees, so he's going to start to scramble. He's going to tuck and go here. Tries to shake him in, and he does over the 40, down to the 35, wrapped up by a crowd, and brought down at about the 34. That should be enough for a first down, and it will be. Nice shake and bake a couple times there from Golub. And he gets his offense rolling down the field. Still got some time here to try and add on to the 7-0 lead they've already built up. And they have actually changed quarterbacks here. So Chase Thurston back in, number 3. He's going to toss out to the right side, and Urena is brought down in the backfield. Really nice play there by number 24. I think that was Brady Smith making the play. So after the stuff, that'll be 2nd down and 15 for the Vancouver South squad. Thurston at quarterback there, number 3, as I mentioned before. Got a single back, 3 receivers to his right. And take the snap, and he is going to hand off on the end around, and another nice play, but Smith can't quite make the tackle, and so he will turn upfield and cut inside. Gets just up to the 35. That's number 4, Logan Wager, on the end around there. Nice job to get out of the tackle attempt by Smith in the backfield and turn that into positive yardage. And he is able to, in the end, gain about 4 back. Time is up, however, on the possession for Vancouver South, so we will flip back over to the Vancouver North offense. Score 7-0 halfway through this one. That Vancouver North offense struggled to get much of anything going their first time around. They'll hope to move the ball a little more consistently this possession. They had a lot of miscommunication through that first offensive set. Didn't really give themselves a great chance to be successful. So they look a little bit more organized this time around. Let's see if they can get a little bit more going. Although I think I only see 11 guys on the field again. Yeah. So shotgun snap is taken. He's going to bomb it downfield to his right. He has a man. It's Mohammed wide open. Makes the catch. Shakes a tackler and will dance into the end zone for the Vancouver North touchdown. Beautiful ball put up there by Teal. And his favorite target this afternoon, Kareem Mohammed, is the man downfield wide open. So the Vancouver North squad answers right back with a deep ball touchdown of their own. And we are back in a tie ball game here with plenty of time in the second offensive possession for the North squad to potentially put another one in to make it interesting. Teal in the shotgun. He's got it back to his left. He's going to motion him across the formation to the other side. And he is going to flip on the jet sweep. That is Brady Smith cutting across the formation. He's going to get up close to the 41-yard line. Going to pick up 3 or 4 there. Decent little chunk on the ground on first down. So it'll be 2nd and 7 for the Vancouver North offense here. They're changing up personnel again, and they are going to come out with, to start with, at least an empty backfield. As usual, they're going to motion a bunch of bodies around here, and Teal is going to hand off up the middle. That is Lucas Yaskovic, number 7, right up the gut, and he will get up across the 40 to the 38-yard line. Should make it 3rd and 3.
This is play number 7 for Vancouver Blue.
As the North squad looks to put something together and potentially punch another score in here before they have to give the ball back. Should have about a minute left to work with here if my calculations are close enough to accurate. 3 receivers to either side for Teal right now. Bunch of movement around. He takes a snap. He's going to drop back, look to his left. He's getting flushed out of the pocket and is now going to scramble up the gut. He's got a lot of room. Splitting defenders down across the 25. Brought down at the 23-yard line. That'll be a first down for the Vancouver North offense. However, looks like their time is up. And they will switch back over to the defensive side here. So a good positive offensive series for the Vancouver North offense after a fairly disarrayed version the first time around. And they're able to claw that score back to tie this game up. Now they'll look to put a stop up and prevent the South squad from walking away with this one. So clock is ticking as the South squad looking to get organized here, drawing up their best play so they can try to walk away with the victory in this, the final game of the evening for the U16s. And Thurston is still in at quarterback number 3. He's going to hand off to Aguilera up the gut, and he's got lots of room. Going for the edge. He's got the edge down inside the 30, the 25, 20, 15, pushed out of bounds just inside the 15. And a huge first play. I said Aguilera, I meant Quintana, Ryder Quintana. And a great start to the possession for Vancouver South all the way down to the 15-yard line, and a big first down chunk play. Two receivers to either side of the formation here for Thurston. He's got backs on either side of him in the backfield. They're going to motion man across the right side. He's looking back to his left. Sets in. He's now going to scramble up the middle. He's got some space. Shakes a defender. Pushes up close to the 5-yard line and another first down. I think he may be just shy of that. We'll see where they spot him. But a nice job to make something happen there by Thurston. And yeah, they're going to mark him at the 6-yard line. So this will be 2nd and 1 from the 6-yard line. As the clock winds down, just above a minute left in this one. We'll see if Vancouver South will be able to punch one in before they run out of time. And they're just going to run right up the gut here, and he gets close to the goal line. Second effort might have gotten him in, and a signal on the far side says he's in for the touchdown. I believe that was Thurston himself on the quarterback keeper as they just went student body right there, and they drove right into the end zone. See a little pat on the center's butt there to tell him which side he's going, and yeah, Thurston just drives right up the gut. Great job to keep his legs moving and force everything into the end zone. Hard to tell whether he broke the plane from that angle, but the referee said he did. And so that will create a 14-7 lead for the Vancouver South guys as the clock is winding down inside 30 seconds left now. Likely time for one, maybe two more plays here for Vancouver South. Thurston in the shotgun 2x2. Takes a snap. He's looking downfield to the right. He's going to put this one up. Lots of air underneath it. He's got a receiver in the area. Undercuts it, makes the catch, and he will be tackled just inside the 15. That's Tristan Jupp, number 92. Nice job tracking that ball, getting underneath it.
Zeros on the board, and we final play inside the 14-yard line.
And this will be the last play of the game as that play ended before the clock hit 0. So they're going to get one more play here, and they've got a real shot to put another one in the end zone here. Last attempt for the Vancouver South squad. Two backs in the backfield, two receivers to either side. Thurston takes the snap. He is going to toss it to his running back going to the left. He's got some space in front of him, but a nice rally up on the ball to bring him down at the 5-yard line, short of the touchdown. Brady Smith in on that tackle again, as that was number 33, Trayson Harley, on the toss going left, and that will do it for the U16 tournament this evening. 14-7 the final. Vancouver South wins the bragging rights battle of the two lower mainland academies here. And we will transition as quickly as we are able into the U18 ranks. Unfortunately, I will not be able to join you for that portion of the program this evening, so I have a prior engagement to get to, but I very much enjoyed spending the day with everybody out there, calling some football action here at McLeod Athletic Park. In a few minutes time here, like I said, the U18 tournament will start. You will still have the live feed. Remember that there will be a new link for the U18 action. You will just, unfortunately or fortunately, depending on how you look at it, no longer hear my dulcet tones over the top. You can still watch the entirety of the U18 action. We have 9 20-minute U18 games on tap for you, starting with, in just a few minutes' time, the Vancouver South versus Vancouver Island South game to start things off. Again, I'm going to sign off here. Thank you for joining me, and please enjoy the rest of the evening with the U18 ranks. This is Gord Randall saying have a great night.
Shot.